Before I continue today's podcast, guys, I want you guys to check out this company, Altitude. These guys do premium grade shilajit, very high quality. And one very important thing I noticed with this company is the shilajit is tested in the UK in a lab. So it's UK lab tested. They have a barcode on the back, which is very important to check and scan all the details and make sure everything's genuine. The packaging is high quality. I take the shilajit myself, and one little touch I really like that I haven't seen before, I like this. This is a metal kind of gold color spoon. It really looks really nice quality to take your shilajit with every day. Guys, they're giving a 10% discount if you type in the code KICKUP, capital letters, KICKUP on the website. Go check it out. All the links and the description box below. Check it out. Welcome to the KickinUpDust Media YouTube channel, guys. Today I've got a very special guest, and I appreciate him for coming.
Come on.
We got a legend in the house from Kilburn, Justo.
My brother.
Thank you for coming, bro. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man.
Nah, enough love, man. And big up again, ASB.
Come on,
he's
big
the
him
one
up.
that made it happen.
100%.
You know?
Big him up.
Bro, you know what? I got a lot of love for that brother, you know.
Come on,
because
man.
you know, like no matter when I phone him,
Yeah.
like if I see a guest, I'll say, you put me through.
Yeah.
You always try and make it happen.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you might get some haters. They'll be like,
Yeah.
Like, no, but he would try every single time, man.
Do you know what? Yeah, A is a proper good friend, man. You know what I mean? He always looks out for everybody. Do you know what I'm saying? And he wants to see everybody elevate.
That's exactly what it's about.
He wants to see everybody elevate.
He's doing his thing and he ain't really watching he's just trying to help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And he's got a great podcast as well.
And 100%, man. You know what it is with A, man? He kind of like. But remember, he's been doing this for a long time, you know.
Bro, long time. Like
yeah.
I know. Yeah, I think like I kind of got the drift of podcasts through him.
Okay.
And I think people don't even understand, that he's been doing this for a very long time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Sometimes people just don't get the credit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Or people choose to ignore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, I didn't see him.
Nah,
I didn't see that. Oh, you know what I'm saying? So
100%.
I got to big him up, man. Even because I know he was doing it when he was in America. You know what I mean?
Bro, he's done it in America. Bro.
You know what I'm saying? So I know
I
he was
see him
doing
with
it.
brothers like Dave. I said, bro, how you know Dave East? You know, but he see what I'm saying? He knows how to network, man. I rate him still, man.
He does.
You know what? Obviously, like before we get into your story or whatever, just like how long you been doing the podcasting?
I started podcasting last year, so it's been a year now.
How you finding it?
Do you know what? Yeah, I like it and I enjoy it, and it's fun. I like the topics we have, and sometimes, do you know what I'm saying? It's basically just
it's man them chatting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's you're having a session, bro.
It's a joke. It's jokes sometimes. Isn't it?
Yeah, you could be serious. You know, sometimes when you're on the block, you could be talking to the guys and we're having fun and everything, or you're busting jokes or gunning matches a little bit. But sometimes there's that serious conversation 100%. That you might have with your friend, and you're like, rah, I didn't even know.
That's deep.
Do you know what I'm saying? Man, actually got. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Exactly how it is, you know. 100%.
So, do you know what I mean? And I think that's how man them create bonds.
Yeah.
And that's when, you see, we have this term on the road, the man them are my brothers. This is my family.
Yeah.
It's because you don't understand the bond and like the relationship that.
Because sometimes the man them know more about you than your family.
Boom. That exactly. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That exactly. So it's one of them one day, like, because you got to remember, as much as you might look at us and you be like, oh, they hard, like they tough, like they don't let out their emotion. No, bro, we do let our emotion. We let our emotion with each other.
But not online crying and all that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You know what I mean? So you're letting out your emotion with your brother, your friend, you know what I'm saying? And
100.
that's how it is. And sometimes I think people find it, we ain't got emotion, but we do. You know what I mean? We're normal human beings too.
100%.
You know what I mean?
I remember like, sometimes the life kind of we led and whatever, but it's only when we look back now, bro, we would not make them same choices.
100%.
You know what I mean? But
100%.
sometimes, bro, when that's around you, that's all that's around you, innit?
Yeah. You know what? It's the environment that you're brought in. And like, I grew up in a household where, like, my father passed away. When he passed away, and he was the one that used to govern, man. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, like, when he passed away, it was like, right. And my sister's like just born. Like, I don't know if he even got to see her 1-year-old, like, when she was 1 year old.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was a bit kind of mad. But yeah, once he was gone, like, who do you look to?
Exactly, yeah, because the mother could never kind of watch over you in that way.
But yeah, and really and truly, I say a woman can't raise a man.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, they can raise you, you know what I mean? But she's not a man.
But there's certain violations that you could do, like, you know, sneak outside or whatever.
Yeah, and she ain't got that. She ain't got
Give that
the
discipline.
authority, the
Exactly,
discipline,
yeah.
authority of saying, "Yo, what are you doing?" Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
A mother's love is more nurturing and very soft.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
exactly,
mean?
yeah.
Fathers like to rule with domination, iron fist, and to make you understand, like, yo, you know what I mean?
You see, like, for me with the podcasting, like, we've had podcasts where we just kind of cracking up. We've got to edit it out because it's just too much. Because man, them talking, innit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When man's saying something, you can relate to it and he's laughing because I'm remembering something very similar to what, you know, and whatever. So we've had so much fun in these podcasts.
Yeah, man.
And then, but so much deep stuff as well. You know, when you hear man's like childhood, certain things man went through.
Yeah.
Like, raw. And sometimes I'm not gonna lie, because I try not to know the life story of the person I'm interviewing.
Yeah.
Like, mans have told me certain things on podcasts, kind of like, it shook me up a little bit. Like, yo, that's deep, man. So even now, like, I've been away for about 3 months. I've been out the country.
Yeah.
I was out the country for nearly 3 months. So man's hitting me up, bro, where are you? You know, like, get a podcast.
Yeah.
And like I said, even though I enjoy doing it, you know, it takes a lot of time and effort. And I think people don't realize how much is involved in getting a podcast out.
Yeah.
Editing and thumbnails.
All of that.
And
Yeah.
this and that.
Yo, man, it's just a lot of work.
Do you understand what I mean?
Us doing it is a lot of work. Sometimes we're like, yo, like, you get mistakes that will
100%,
happen because there's so much you got to keep your eye on. You know what I'm saying? Especially you're doing it on your own as well. You see what I'm saying?
And you know, like, sometimes, like, little things you learn. Bro, you know, sometimes when I first started, SD card into your laptop, download it.
Yeah.
If you got the wrong SD card, do you know how long that's going to take that download? Just that what I mean? People don't understand that. So it's like, I was away for 3 months, but like, I was saying to you off camera, like, I've done a lot of things since I left the roads. I've renovated properties, I've, you know, flipped cars, I've rented cars, I've done this. I've never enjoyed any of it. But you see, this is one thing that I've enjoyed doing, it.
Yeah,
and I sometimes feel disappointed I can't put more time into it.
To your
Just know what I
passion,
mean?
yeah.
But I've got so many other things. I've got kids growing up rapidly. Just know what I mean?
Bro, I know what you mean.
You know?
Do you know what? Yeah, I love music. Yeah, and what a lot of people get onto me is, why didn't you release a lot of music? At the time, I was dealing with immigration, so I couldn't really do what I want to do. Do you get what I'm saying?
That type of, you know, immigration,
and all that.
That's
so because my mind is not even fully in there. Do you know what I'm saying?
When you have an immigration issue going on, can you still earn?
No.
Well, they cut you off from earning.
Yeah, man, everything. Like, it's to bleed you dry, bro. It's for you to be just so frustrated
Say, look, let me
and
out.
go and commit a crime. Or it's for you to turn around and say, just send me back home.
So
Do
that's
you get what I'm saying?
exactly what it is. You know that?
Yeah, man.
You can't even go get a job at Tesco, for example.
At all. You can't get a job. You can't do nothing. So I got to give up to the mother of my children, man, because she held man down on that one day.
How many kids do you have?
I've got 2 with her.
Yeah, I've
you know what I mean?
3 kids, man.
Oh, man, come on,
And
man.
bro, it's like, trust me, when they get growing up, you got to be on them, man.
Bro, I
Just know what I mean?
got a 13-year-old right now that I'm on. Do you know what I'm saying?
You gotta
Because
be.
he's trying to find his identity right
These
now.
are the ages, man.
Yeah, he's trying to
These
find
are
it.
the ages.
Yeah.
And whatever. Now, you know what? One thing though, I'll say, like, when I look back to how, you know, you as well, obviously, how kind of like unhinged we was by this age, 15.
Mm-hmm.
So I look at them and I think, alhamdulillah, you know?
Yeah.
They're going on it's a better path so far
yeah,
than what we were on. Just know what I mean?
100%, 100%.
You know, so that's one thing.
Do you know what? When I was 15, I was outside playing football every day with my friends. Every day. And my area wasn't even a bad boy area at that time. It wasn't it wasn't the area, don't go over there. Nah, it wasn't that type of area at the time.
But you know what? Being outside at that age, ungoverned,
Yeah.
is going to lead to something. Just know what I mean?
I understand what you mean.
You know what? I don't believe that a 12-year-old should be what do they call it? They got to be with an adult.
Oh yeah,
Just know what I mean?
yeah.
Bro, our mentality. If my pops is telling me to don't do nothing, I'm gonna go do it.
Yeah.
Because I want to know why he's saying don't do it. Just know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like it's little things like smoking cigarette and them things. They're like, I want to try it, and it was there and whatnot. So that's where the problem. I feel that's where the problem comes from. Just know what I mean? But anyway, let me take it back now from the beginning. Just give me kind of a brief where you were born, where your parents are from, where you grew up. You know, the first 10 years of your life, 11 years.
Okay. I was born in the Republic of Congo. Yeah. Right now there's a war over there. Do you know what I mean? Over the Rwanda and everything, trying to take parts of lands in Goma, but over there. But yeah, I was born in the Congo. My mum, my dad, both from the Congo. Tribe is Muluba. Yeah, both from my mum and dad are Mulubas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, come from a wealthy background. Granddad was a diplomat. Dad was a diamond trafficker. Do you know what I'm saying? For him to even become a diamond trafficker, his background, he grew up poor. And he used to sell petrol. Do you know what I'm saying? This is the little glimpse that, like, stories now that I'm getting from my dad. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He used to sell petrol and everything and all that. Yeah, and then from there, he got himself a mine. You know what I mean? And then he started trafficking.
Hustling and stuff.
Yeah.
You were born out there, yeah?
Yeah, I was born out there. Went to a private school, you know. At the time, everything was nice and sweet. But the biggest trauma that I remember very, very, very well is I was at school. When I was at school, a war broke out.
While you were in school?
Yeah, a war literally broke out. And we're in there, and teachers were basically trying to keep some of us inside the school. Yeah, and those who lived near can go home. So there was 3 of my friends that, do you know what I mean? Like 3 of us that will go to school together. So when the war broke out, the teachers just told us to go home. So imagine we're running home, but it's chaos on the road.
Guns.
Everybody's running. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's chaos, guns flying, like shots are flying. Do you know what I'm saying?
Pull up mortars and everything.
Like, yeah, like shots are flying. Like, so we're running now. When we're running, I was behind. So 2 of my friends, they in front of me. So the one that was in the front, he's going, but the one that's in the middle, he kind of stopped telling me, come on, hurry up, hurry up. So as I'm trying to hurry up, the one at the front, I see him get clapped. Do you know what I'm saying? So when
How
I
old
see,
were you though?
like, we were like, what, 5? Do you know what I mean? Probably even 4. I can't, you know what I mean? I can't really remember what age, but I just know, because you know, back home, everything, like when you're young over there, it's different. It's different compared to over here. Like
100.
5-year-olds can go outside and play.
They're more
you know
mature,
what I mean?
innit?
They're more mature. Like you go, like, I don't know, maybe there's something in the water over there that makes us aware of things.
I think your environment makes you grow up quicker.
Quicker, yeah. So imagine my brethren's running, the one at the front, he gets clapped. And the one that's in the middle is telling me to hurry up. He turns around to try and run off. He didn't even begin to run off. He just got hit as well, straight away. So it's like I froze. When I froze, a woman or a man, I can't remember, but they grabbed me and put me in the shed. So when I was in that shed, it's like, nah. I just burst out. I run out. I run all the way home. Do you know what I mean? I run all the way home. So when I got there, you would have thought I'm at a safe point now. But only thing is, I'm walking into like madness, chaos, like rebels in the yard. Do you know what I mean? So I've got my auntie and my uncle and my cousin there. They grab man. When they grab man, like one of them pulled man's ears, like hit man in the head with his dog and everything. Yeah, I'm saying man, like, you know what I mean? But hitting me, like me and my cousin were sitting together, witnessing my uncle getting. They're taking turns, and then they're taking turns, and auntie getting. Do you know what I mean? They proper taking turns on the mat tip. Do you know what I mean?
That is peak, bro.
Obviously my cousin was like older than me. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, they tried to make him to do the same activities, but because his mum and dad were arguing and stopping them, they end up clapping my uncle. Do you know what I'm saying? In the midst
front of you?
Pardon?
In front of you?
Yeah, bro. Like,
same room.
Man, bro, we're witnessing the whole thing, bro. They're taking the turns, like, we're witnessing the whole thing, bro.
Mental, bro.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, I could give you details, but I don't want to go into the detail because I don't really like the details.
Strike the video down, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Them details are peak.
Yeah, bro. Like, I don't like the details.
Yeah,
I don't like the whole. You know what I mean? I don't like it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when that happened, when that happened, it's like, now, I remember there's one point that I remember that they was trying to get my cousin to sleep with his mum. Do you know what I'm saying? They were trying to make him do that. I remember that. You know, I think in the midst of that situation, because he didn't want to do it, that's when they grabbed me and they grabbed him and they put us right there, yeah. And it's like they were playing some game to choose who's gonna do it. Do you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, your kid, I remember the man picking me up and just slamming me. Do you know what I mean? Just slamming me like next to my aunt. Boom. So they're telling him to pick who to kill. You know what I'm saying? They're asking him pick. So his mom is basically telling him, yo, do me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's got a long life to live. He's young. He's just small. You know what I mean? He's not even looking. He's crying, not even looking. He just pulled.
No way.
Yeah, bro. He just pulled it.
Bro, that is peak.
Do you know what I'm saying? And then, bro, the violation, I wouldn't even call it violation. Like, just the whole mess is just mad.
The war, it was a civil war, right?
But all I know is everybody that was wealthy or a part of politics situation had to get out of there.
Had to bounce.
Yeah, had to get out of there. Do you know what I mean?
And you see the war today, is the origins the same as what it was back then, or is it a new sort of thing now? You don't follow it? I'll be honest with you, bro, yeah? I don't even like those things coming up on my radar. Because I think I've gone through a lot of things, and a lot of things don't trigger me. Yeah.
But that does trigger me.
Yeah, of course.
You feel what I'm trying to say?
But that's understandable though, bro.
You know what I mean? That trigger. If you... Bro, you know there's a war going on in my country, yeah? I don't really tap into it because when you hear people's stories and you hear what they're saying,
Affects
like,
you, man.
bro, I'm not trying to hear that, bro. I'm not
know-
even trying to see that. Fam.
But you know what I find that what's mad though? Because of where it is in the Congo, you don't even hear nothing on the news. Nothing.
Because they shut, you know, I think like they shut so much reality out of what's going on in the world. We're focused on some little idiot stuff.
Exactly.
Imagine we're focusing on Donald Trump telling everybody that, no more gender needs to be going to that. So that's the most important thing. While there's really real, like, do you know how much kids are getting?
Peak, innit?
Do you know how much, like, people are dying over there? Like,
could you imagine? You see them bres or people like that did that. Could you imagine? That was what 30 years ago now, 35 years ago.
Yeah.
Could you imagine when they might have faced God already? Could you imagine facing God, bro? The punishment.
Do you know? Yeah. A part of me always felt like, why would God let this happen though?
It's people, bro. Do you understand?
For real.
It's people.
No, but you know, down the line, that's when I started thinking. I was thinking like, right. And you know, when you get older, you start watching, thinking like, right, why is your mindset like that, bro? Why would you do that?
Why would you do that? Yeah.
Why?
Like I said, some punishments, when you read the Bible and you think, the punishments are harsh.
Yeah.
But bro, some people deserve them punishments. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
See a bread that you told me like that, I'll be happy to watch him boil.
Do you know what? I think, back in the day, the old me would turn around. You know when you get a bit older, a part of me felt like, I wish I can go back and just save the little old me, save my cars, my aunt, you know what I'm saying? Because
of course.
They were old, bro, like, do you know what I mean? I wish I can go back. But I feel like sometimes, when you're vulnerable and you're in that kind of state of mind or that kind of, bruv, my mind is rough, like racing so deep, I'm even forgetting what we were just,
it's deep,
I
bro.
can't even land my point, bro.
That's some different type of trauma, bro. Like, most people don't understand that in this country. You understand? So moving on, that's the reason why you obviously left.
Let me carry on. So basically, that situation happened. They laughing. Yeah, they laughing, lounging around the house and everything, and then they decided to leave. Like, it wasn't like when that happened and they just left straight away. Nah, they didn't leave straight away. Do you know what I mean? Like, they torturing us, bro. Like, we're getting mashed up. Do you know what I mean? So they've left. When they left, me and my cousin are in the house with 2 dead bodies. He's there, laying next to his mum.
That's deep. That's very deep, man. That's something that's unimaginable, bro.
Yeah, man. And we're there, stayed there for a couple of, I think it was like, I don't know, 1 night or 2 nights, I'm not too sure. But they came back. When they come back, they've come back to grab him. And yeah, I think they just grabbed him. And then when they grabbed him, they left. Never seen him again. Couldn't even tell you if he's okay or not, or if he's alive. He was older than me. I could say probably say 7 or 8, probably.
And they left you alone. Guys, today's podcast is in partnership with Stone & Co Solicitors, experts in serious and complex criminal matters. If you have a criminal matter that you need help with, or you've been arrested and want the best representation, contact the number below or drop them an email. All the information is on the screen below, as you can see. Stone & Co can offer specialist criminal defense services on a private basis or legal aid, so you don't pay nothing. And as a promotional offer, they're offering a case review in person or over the phone, free of charge, no obligation, no fees. In the yard.
Yeah, I stayed there.
For how long?
I can't even remember, bro. I just know that I was there. It went night. I woke up. I went back to sleep. I woke up. That's all I remember. I just remember my granddad. My granddad coming there. Do you know what I mean? And when he come in there, I was there, and took me out of there, and then made me reunite with my family in France. Do you know what I mean?
So you landed first in France, yeah?
Yeah, well, we landed in Belgium. From Belgium, you go to where some of my family was. They were in France.
Congo's French speaking, isn't it?
No, Congo's not. It was ruled by the Belgium.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's not really French speaking. You know what I mean? But my first language is French because, like I said, my first language is French because, like, I've come back from, my background is...
Belgium.
No, my background was more like wealthy family, went to a private school. My mum, my dad, they spoke French.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Congo, they speak Lingala and all that. And the tribe that I come from, they speak Chuluba. Do you know what I mean? So that's Muluba. My tribe is Muluba and everything. But yeah, so I reunited with my family, but I was quiet. I never really spoke. You know what I mean? I didn't even break down this kind of...
To them when you were young.
Yeah, like, my mum was always thinking, like, what's wrong with this kid, bro? Like, because I used to just... You know, now that I think about it, because I got asked this on the RTM show, and I acted like, yeah, nothing happened. I was just normal. I just never said anything. But when I did reflect back on it, it was more like, rah, like, I was scared, I didn't say much. And when I did lash out, I would lash out more on a violent, evil kind of way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and my mum would always be like, yo, what's wrong with this kid? Like, this is why, like, he's always getting into trouble. Like, do you know what I mean? But
they never knew what you saw.
But it's like they didn't understand. Do you know what I'm saying? Sometimes people say, yo, Justo moves weird. Do you know what I'm saying? But now I just embrace my weirdness. Do you get what I'm saying?
Nah, that's not weird, bro. It's understandable, bro.
Do you know what I mean?
From the time you've seen something like that, bro, who's going to be, not touched by something like that?
Yeah, so...
Anyone, I don't care how cold a man is. See, like, on the streets, you have a beef with a man, you got beef with a man, innit? He's there. You don't go violate his flipping children and all that.
Yeah, and all that.
Like, come on, man. So something like that's just like a different level of, like, trauma. Like I said, trauma, you suppress it, innit?
Yeah. I said, yeah.
Just keep it inside
the funny thing is, yeah, with years, I just felt like I just wanted to be normal, like everybody else. I didn't want anybody to see like anything was wrong with me or something was wrong with me. I just wanted to be normal. So I took on this behavior. I would copy how people will be happy. Do you know what I mean? Like one of my friends, Drizzy, was when he saw the story, and he was like, right, you would have never thought that you went through that. But I understand because now it's like I understand because I saw why you used to act or lash out in certain kind of ways. Yeah? But I will always be the class clown. I would laugh and hide, through my trauma. Like I will hide through like being the class clown, making everybody, being animated. And do you know what I mean? I still do that animating kind of thing now. I still do that now. Do you get what I'm saying?
But it's a way to mask your pain though.
It's a way to mask my pain, but it's also, I've built a character and the personality out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's become a part of me. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, you know what? It's like, PTSD, you know, obviously know what that is.
Yeah.
So sometimes you find a way to mask it.
Yeah.
You understand? And that was your way to mask it.
That was my way to mask it, and it's become a part of me. And you know what I mean? Like, if somebody says, stop, like, a lot of people say, Justo's just a big kid. You know what I mean? You're just a kid, like, you're just a big kid, like. Do you know what I mean? A part of me as well, it's like, I'm trying to catch up to a childhood that I never had.
But just another thing is, like, the fact that you're here 35 years later, you're not in a mental home, you know, you're not dead, you know, like you're here, that's a big achievement, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, listen, I know, like, people can't live this life where they've never felt any trauma, but they'll get robbed on the street and they need like 12 sessions of therapy to get over it. You just got robbed for your purse. Just that, I mean, which is traumatic, no doubt.
Yeah.
But this is different, bro. This is something that could never go away.
Yeah, it's there. It's a print.
There's a print in it.
Like it's embedded in the back of your mind, and sometimes you can get lost. You can get lost, through your thoughts, but you don't even realize how fast you're going. You're going to hit that brick wall of that trauma in your thoughts. Do you get what I'm saying?
So sometimes you see on Twitter, they'll publish like, you know, the kids getting burnt alive in Palestine and that.
Yeah. Bro, you see when I saw them things, I cried, bro.
Well, you know,
like, I can't even watch it, bro.
That could like make you lose your mind.
It does. Like,
what I mean?
Do you know what? Like, do you know what? Yeah, when you see those kind of things,
exactly.
It's like,
and you've experienced
what? Yeah, you're like, right. I just dodged, but they didn't dodge it. Do you know what I'm saying? And then when you're seeing, like, I don't watch those things, bro. Like, you know, like if I see a glimpse of that, bro, I'm not gonna watch it to the end. Like, it doesn't make sense for me watching it to the end.
I try not to watch it because it makes me hate so much that I could lose control.
Yeah,
just know what I mean.
Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, it burns like the soul. Yeah. It burns the soul to a point. Like, I remember I just spoke about this movie. Somebody asked me about it, and you know what? And it's mad. Every time when people ask me something, it triggers. And then when I'm off and I'm alone, it triggers me sometime, and I'll be like, man, even those type of movies, Beast of a Nation, and there was another movie as well, like that, Mad Dog, as well, like towards like the rebel kind of thing, and there was another one, Those movies, I couldn't watch these movies and finish it all the way. And if I did watch these movies and it gets to a brutal part of it, I either rewind it forward or I get up and start making noises or acting like I'm keeping myself busy, but still at the same time trying to hear but don't want to hear. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then when that scene passes away, then I'll sit back down and focus back on the scene. I'll focus back on the movie. Or I'll be like, this movie's long. Do you know what I'm saying? It's long. Like, who even want to make this type of movie? Do you know what I mean? But these are the kind of things I'm saying to myself to convince.
But you got a point though.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, saying that, bro, like, what do you want to show people that for? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, why? You know what I mean? So it was those kind of things that I don't like to watch those type of movies. Like, I don't even want to take in those type of things. Like,
so some of my close friends are from Sierra Leone, innit?
Yeah.
Like, man who kind of like grew up with. And they used to tell me, you know, because we were young, innit? You know, you're 15, 16, they would tell me about this type of stuff. Short sleeve, long sleeve, you heard of that, right?
Yeah, short arm, long sleeve, yeah.
But I'd be like, what's this guy talking about? Or the short sleeve, like, nah, that's how it was, bro, we had to get out of there. But remember, you're 15, bro, it's not really registering in your mind. But then when he's told me certain things, and I've seen movies years later,
of what he's talking
like,
about.
Oh, that's what he was talking about.
This is where you're coming from and everything. And you know what? I don't speak about it. Do you know what I mean? I've never even dropped it. You know what I mean? The only person I used to speak about it was my brother. But imagine that he's being killed. Do you know what I mean? Like, who do you who do you go and vent to?
Who would understand?
The one person that understands you is no longer here.
Yeah, who would understand something like that? Bro?
Do you know what I'm saying?
Or whatever. Do you remember? Yeah, it's like you got to have a similar experience to understand something like that.
Yeah, to
'Cause
understand.
even when you're telling me, it's just the thought of Brez doing that. It's just like, bro, it's like that's not even human, bro.
Bro, do you know what? Yeah, this is why sometimes when I think sometimes I'm like, bruv, like I hate those type of people.
Bro, listen, let me tell you a quick story. Yeah,
and hate's a very strong word, bro.
hate is a strong word, but bro, I don't hate a lot of people, you know. Like I don't hate some of my enemies, bro. But there's some people, bro, you can't help it. I'll be real with you. You know, it's a separate story quickly. You know, we talk about that type of who does that. So when we were about 13, 14, so we used to live on like a strip, and at the bottom of the strip there's a park.
Yeah.
We were kids. We were like 13, 14 years old. So we're not really involved in anything like that. We're just outside, you know, playing football and doing little naughty things.
Yeah.
So the older kids, they were like, what, 18, 19, they've had an issue with another one of someone else in the neighbourhood. And they've kidnapped him. So they've grabbed him up.
Oh, man.
And they're walking him. This is nighttime now. They're walking. So all these guys are aged between, say, 18 and 21. So they're much older than us. We don't have any authority over them.
Yeah.
So they're walking past the park. Walking past us, to get to the park.
Yeah.
And we know they're going to do madness to him, innit? And whatever. But we can't go there because they're 13. They won't let us in the park. But we know they're going to do madness to him. So the next day, obviously, we've come out and we found out what happened. So they've used broomsticks, put chili powder on there. You know, mad, you know, just like made him drink certain substances.
Hey, bro, do you know what? I'm not going to lie to you, yeah? I'm not even going to get into this too deep, yeah? But man was dark like that. Do you know what I mean? And that's why I say certain things, what you might go through, like, you could turn around and start moving on a mad way.
Mad one, 100%.
Do you know what I'm saying? So
when,
sorry, but carry on.
So when they did that, that's a memory I have from childhood. Because when the guy was walking past us, and they got him like 5 men around him, they're walking him down, because they're broke. They ain't got no cars. He's walking him down. Innit?
Yeah.
I remember the breast said, "Help me."
Man.
But bro, man's 30, man can't help you. Just know what I mean, or whatever. And yeah, I feel that event kind of like
traumatizes you, like
just stayed with man like raw, because I had beef with them same youths.
Yeah.
3 years later when I'm in the game now.
Yeah.
But I knew, you can't have it, you know, because they're gonna try a thing or whatever. So, but I remember that staying in the back of my mind, like, why would you do that, bro? And I was there and whatever, and they done it because I don't know why they done it. I'll be real with you. I have no idea why they done that. I thought they punch him off, he's done something, keep it moving.
You know, I feel sometimes, you see when you go through some crazy experience or somebody does something.
Maybe this happened to them.
Yeah, it's also happened to them, or they've witnessed it, or they've gone through that. But they want to break that person the way.
I didn't think about it like that. You know?
Yeah, they want to break that person because they broke.
Like,
they got broken.
You know, I didn't think about it like that.
You see what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah, 100%.
So, but yeah. Anyway, so we was in France when I reunited with my family and everything. We was in France and everything. My mum decided to. It was either America or England. I think she just decided to come to England. You know what I mean? And we came to England. Do you know what I'm saying? And then from here, we was situated with put in a hostel in Willesden.
Okay.
And I started going to a primary school with my brothers. Started going to a school in Willesden called Anston School.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? And then my mum had a viewing, South Kilburn and Stonebridge. So we viewed Stonebridge. That area looked mad, like proper
Had a reputation
mad.
back then,
Yo, it looked mad. I was like, there's no kids out here. This just looks a bunch of buildings. You know what I'm saying? And then the next viewing was like South Kilburn. So when we went there, the first thing we noticed was like there was a lot of kids in the park. We just noticed the park.
You're like, yeah,
this is the place where we want to be. Do you get what I'm saying? So
definitely.
we viewed the house and everything, and my mum said, "Yeah, would you lot want to live?" Like, she goes like, "What do you lot think of this?" Like, should we take? Immediately, we just said, "Yeah, take it." We only took it because of the outside. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, take it. So, boom. Kind of happy we took that one day because if we took Stonebridge, it would have been a different story.
A different
you get what I'm saying? Because that
More trauma.
place,
exactly.
it's a traumatized
Stonebridge
place.
have a reputation back then. That's 90s, right?
Yeah,
Had
that had a mad reputation back then. You get
in
me?
paper that time, like 6 shootings in 18
What?
hours. And
Listen,
madness,
yo. So I'm happy we picked South Kilburn. But a lot of my Stonebridge friends were saying, nah, man, you deserved that. You should have been in Bridge. You should have been in Bridge. You know, I say, yo, I'm already a part of you lot. You get me?
So Kilburn, where you moved, that's where you kind of grew up now. That was where you based most of your life.
That's where I grew up. And even on growing up in my estate, like, I was dealing with racism, do you know what I'm saying? With my own kind of people, do you know what I'm saying? Because I'm African.
But I know about all that, man.
Do you see what I'm saying, bro?
That's same thing happening in my area, man.
You know what I mean? Because I'm African, so it's like I'm going through madness with some people over there. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? You're you're their friend, but you're not their friend so much. Do you get what I'm saying? You're their friend, but you're not so much.
Sometimes you're not their friend.
Yeah, because let's just say if a situation happened, instead of them having your back, they don't really have your back. They'll tell, it was him that done it. At the same time, so you're getting mashed up, or you're getting the blame, and people are always bringing it to my mum's doorstep and everything. You know what I'm saying? It was always a situation to a point where I'll get punished for all of that. You know what I mean?
But you're in a position now where you got to fend for yourself now.
But you know the funny thing is, I never used to fight them back because I felt like I didn't want to fight them or beat them up, because if I did that, I'm losing my friends. Okay. I wanted to, you remember, like, I want to fit in, bro. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to act remember, I'm trying to be normal like everybody else. Do you know what I'm saying?
100%.
So it's one of them ones there, like, I don't want to fight to beat up somebody, because I want to be a part of you lot.
You know what's mad though, yeah? You were saying, like, being Asian.
Yeah.
So I grew up in an environment that was very mixed.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it was.
That's what I'm saying.
Sometimes the bro was cool with you.
Yeah, and then
sometimes
they're not cool with you.
There,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? So, like, I remember there was like the two guys that used to live behind my block, yeah. Harry and Caleb, yeah. Like, they were like, I think they were older. Yeah, they were older than man, but they were like bullies. But they were always getting in trouble. If anything happened, it was them. Like, they already. I knew feds going to people's yard. I knew about feds going to people's yard because of them. You get what I'm saying? Like, and they were young. You know, not even teenagers. They were young.
You
know what I'm saying?
The ones on the state.
Yeah.
Always.
So it was always me and my boy Jermaine that used to roll together sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, sometimes he wouldn't want to roll with me. Sometimes he will hang around with Harry and Caleb. And I remember there was an incident. There was like, yo, is he your friend? He was like, no, he's not my friend. Do you know what I mean? That hurt me, bro. Like, that hurt me when Jay said, nah, he's not my friend. Do you know what I'm saying?
Because you're looking at it, that's your brother.
This is my guy. Do you get what I'm saying? That hurt me. Yeah. Because I was looking for so we can play. That day he didn't want to play with me. So, like, I'm just around by myself, going around the block by myself. You know what I mean? And I'll find my brothers and I'll just play with them. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think from those little actions, yeah, once we moved to South Kilburn, my mum moved us to a school. Like, stopped going to Anston School, moved us to a school called Essendine. Yeah? So from Essendine, like, I had friends like Spencer, Darryl, Mosey. So summer holiday will come. I never used to really play in my block. I used to go to a park called Paddington Rec. But I used to hang around now with a guy named, with a boy named Mosey. They were Moroccan. Ashraf and Mosey, they were Moroccan. So I started hanging around with them, and it used to be because sometimes when you're not really wanted with your brethren. So I felt more accepted with Mosey. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And hanging around and always being there with him. And obviously, the more he got older, I couldn't really hang around with him no more. So I had to go back to my block. But when I'm going back to my block, like, now I have to stand up and fight, because now I've got a friend in my school, Spence. He's the one that put the energy on my back to tell me, like, who the fuck cares? Yeah. Like, don't care, just fuck them up, bro. Don't, like, you're not talking about the guys in my area, but he's talking about in school. If I'm getting a situation in school, in primary school, someone say, yo, fuck him up, bro. Later, you're African. Do you know what I'm saying? Just fuck them up. So I'll have my fight. You'll be like, yo, He said, I like the way you punched him. And I was like, right, this guy's my friend. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he accepted me. Like, he's to me, I feel like he was the first friend that I accepted.
What was his
me.
background?
Jamaican.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Now,
yeah. So he accepted me and all that. And getting to know him and his family, they accepted me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they accepted me. Like, I became a part of the furniture. Do you know what I mean? A part of their family. So, like, I would go to his yard, stay there for mad hours. Like, you know what I mean? His mum giving man a play. You know, I'm experiencing all of this.
That means a lot, innit? Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I'm experiencing all of this from him.
But
you
the
know
man
what I mean?
takes you to his mum's yard. That's
And you're there, and they fixing you a play, blow. I feel like, right, like they accepted me. And you know, like, you just want to be accepted.
You're secondary school these times.
No, this is this secondary school now. Secondary school now. Yeah, like I'm in my area and everything, but at this time now in my area, like, like, I'm just doing what I'm doing, chilling with my guys, playing football with my guys, but more time I'm chilling with Spencer. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it was me, Spencer, Romain, or Daryl, but I will always link Spencer. I will always go to Spencer's house. Do you know what I'm saying?
So first it was just like fighting and...
Yeah, fighting, always there. Like I was saying, Spencer was like, yo, fuck them up. So when I would go back to my area now, it's like, it didn't matter. Fuck trying to fit in or being friends with people that didn't want to be your friend.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It was like, fuck that now.
The mentality's changed.
Yeah, because he's giving me, he's showing me a different outlet, like a different kind
How to
of...
deal with things differently.
He's showing me things. Like, I'm learning from Spence. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm learning from him.
And that environment, bro, that's probably the way to deal with it, man.
Yeah, so it was like, boom, boom, fuck that. So I've built myself by not being afraid to lose a friend.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because when I used to fight, my brother will go downstairs to call my mom, and my mom will come up and watch me get beat up, and my mom be like, what are you doing? Fight. But I'm not fighting back. Fight. I'm not fighting back. It's because I just don't want to fight and lose my friend.
And once, I think, you start fighting back, you gain respect.
Yeah, but
in the environment.
Imagine losing a fight. Your mum seeing you, watching her son getting beat, the rage she has.
100%, yeah.
And it's not like she can jump in and put hands on the, you know what I'm saying?
That fuels your fire more.
Yeah, so she starts beating me. So you get in the house and she's beating me.
So you're getting licks both sides.
Yeah, so I just got beat up and now you're giving me more licks.
You're getting licks both sides.
Do you know what I'm saying?
That's gonna make you different now, bro.
Yeah, but with all of that, I'm suppressing so much anger with already what I've experienced, and now I'm going through what I'm going through over here. Yeah. So I'm suppressing all of this. So everything is just building and building and building. So when I'm bumping into Spence, and Spence is telling me all of this kind of shit, I'm still quiet. You know what I'm saying? But if it's time to fight, I'm ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to fight.
You're reacting now.
Yeah. So like, you know what I mean? I grew up, that's what I said, I had a childhood, I grew up good. Like, I had friends that was on the block. Do you know what I mean? That I'm still friends until this day. Like, we're not friends no more. Like, these are my brothers. Okay. Do you know what I'm saying? We're brothers now.
With them,
yeah, like, you know what I mean? So, with that, so I started fighting back. When I started fighting back, and authority, it's like people just know, like, yo,
feels good, innit? It feels nice when you get that authority.
Yeah, like, yo, boom, boom, boom. Or I know sometimes I'll get into a situation, because I never had an older brother. Man, certain people, they'll go and get their older brother, but their older brother will come with their friends and all of that. It's like, now they want to mash you up. Do you get what I'm saying?
Do you remember that Biggie track, Sky's the Limit?
Sky is the limit.
What did he say in the first few lines?
Oh, wait. I hate when I get put on the spot like this.
It's called on his pockets, rubbing while his friends watching. Here comes respect, you know? He's talking about high school, isn't it?
Yeah.
He goes, he's buying me cookies with butter crunch. You know,
Yeah.
It's sad to say, but in that environment, it's like that, bro.
For real.
Because man will bully you, bro.
Yeah,
if you let
real.
them. You just know what I mean? If you don't stand your ground, once you're known to fight back, people be reluctant.
But you see, I will fight the kids that was my age. When they all go and get their big brothers, I still had to stand up and try and fight, but they're mashing me up.
Yeah, but standard though, isn't it, that age?
And it was always one of them ones that, they thought they can run their mouth and still go, like, because they got their older brothers. But even when they'll run them up, I will mash them up still.
Yeah.
But they'll still go and get their older brother. They will come back and mash me up. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh man, I can't wait till I get older, boy. Because when I get older, I want to see you lot try this again.
Because there's a big difference between people don't understand. There's a massive difference between a 13-year-old and a 16-year-old. You know, on that road.
Yeah.
Big difference, bro.
Big difference.
Even like when someone's 16 and 19, 20.
Yeah.
It's a big difference.
Big difference.
It's only when you get like 18,
19, 20.
Now
When you're like, yo, now let's see you 30s or 27 try and do that.
Yeah, but you seem like you start liking to scrap though.
Yeah, I started love to like I was. Do you remember? Yeah, when you were young, yeah, like back home in Congo, my granddad used to try and teach man to fight. And especially my uncle, big up my uncle Bobo. You know what I'm saying? But
Big him up still.
yeah, like always will try and teach me to fight. And like I used to fight when I was younger, and I used to enjoy it. But because of everything that's happened, I wasn't fighting back anybody, and I didn't want to. I just, like I said, I wanted to be accepted, yeah. But the more I was fighting, yeah, the more I enjoyed fighting, and the more when I lost, yeah. But when they will call their big brothers, yeah, it will just make me go inside. When I will go inside, I'll start training. You know them ones like you get me up, you go inside. But my man's older brother punched me up here. Cool, no problem. I go inside, yeah. I'm not coming outside now. I'm training. And when I'm training, punching the wall too. Bro, my mum's house, yeah, solid walls, yeah. I used to put my hand through them. Like, I used to just put my hand right through them.
Plasterboard, boom.
Yeah, like, boom, put through them. Like. Then when my rage will come down, my anger will come down, yeah, I'll sit down, I'll put on a Bruce Lee movie, a Jackie Chan movie. Yeah, bro. You see what I'm saying?
Bruce Lee movies,
I'll put that down, I'll put that on and just start watching it.
They make you believe.
What they make you believe?
They make you believe, bro.
So when I'll do that, and then I'll go back into the training, and then when I'll start getting into a situation, to a fight, yeah, I start using what I saw, yeah, in that movie on people.
People think, yo, he's a man.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So I will do that. And you know what I mean? And then with that, like, the more, like, my confidence grew. You know what I mean? My character started to be built, you know what I'm saying? Put together properly. Do you know what I'm saying? Wasn't a bad kid. Do you know what I mean?
Of course.
I wasn't a bad kid, you know what I mean? I enjoyed playing football, busting jokes with my friend on the bench, having gunning matches through summertime. Do you know what I mean? We're out there late, you know what I mean? Your mum didn't even have to govern you so much like that. When you come out your house, you didn't even have to lock your door. Your door's open.
Them times, you know, especially summertime, you go home and the sun's setting.
So, yeah.
You know?
Do you know what I mean?
You know?
Yeah, I remember, you know, some of the fun parts of that I remember, yeah. I remember when, like Sunny Delight came out. My mum came with the bottles that had the purple top. Those drinks were nice. It's not like the drinks nowadays.
Yeah.
You had different type of drinks.
But it's not that, just you appreciate them drinks.
Yeah.
You never had them.
The ice lollies, you know what I'm saying?
Now just kids, you don't appreciate it. The kids don't appreciate it because they get it every day.
Yeah.
So you get it once a week or something, yo.
Do you know what's crazy, yeah? When my daughter says to me, Dad, I want ice cream, I get excited. Oh, come, let's go get some ice cream.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm trying to, you know what I mean? Say like, what? I want her to have that memory of like what I had.
Peak, you know.
Do you know what I mean?
Nice though, bro, man.
Yeah, bro. I wanted to just have that memory of what I had about, oh my God, do you remember the ice cream? My mum came through with a bag of ice cream, Sunny Delight, giving it to every single one of us, you know what I mean? That was the part of me, it made me feel like, this is my home. Like, this is my estate.
Kilburn.
Yeah, it's my home.
Yeah, because you're very proud of Kilburn, I know.
Yeah, bro, like, yo, because where I grew up, yeah, I could be outside, yeah, we're making hella noise. Shut up, Justice. Go home. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we're going home now. Do you know what I mean? And always me and Jay will go home. We're going home
You're
late.
like foundation, man.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? We'll wake up in the morning, we're on the block, playing football in the park, 60-second, goal to goal, World Cup. You know what I'm saying? Games that just made sense to
Your
us.
life is outside.
Yeah.
That's what your life
Yeah,
is. Inside,
so-
you ain't got consoles and computers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So your entertainment is
So-
outside, isn't it?
Do you know what I'm saying? Imagine you're outside, you're enjoying outside, yeah. I remember it was the summer, my mum bought us a Super Nintendo. And we were playing the Super Nintendo, Sega and Super Nintendo. But this time, yeah, PlayStation 1 has just come out. I'm like, what the heck? We got Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Like, but man, enjoy that Super Nintendo.
Of course, man.
You know what I mean? You're enjoying that, like, yo.
Mario Kart.
Yeah, Mario Kart and all that. But them times there as well, yeah.
Remember Alex the Kid?
Alex, oh my, that's the only game we had.
It's built
in there.
Computer.
So my mum never bought us a game. That's the only game we had, bro.
It's expensive though, that's why.
Do you get me?
Alex, because the cheat codes and all that.
What? I'm telling you. Yeah, and we used to always, I remember me and my brothers, yeah, we used to play that company, like Alex the Kid, yeah. Once we pass one level, we'll go to the next level. We're like, oh my God, we never got this far. We're actually glued onto it. So my brother's like, nah, yo, let Justice play this part. Let Justice play this part. But don't die. Don't die. So we'll always, because it takes you right back to the beginning. So we're always trying to get the life. We're always trying to get the life so the life will be more. Do you know what I mean?
It's peak, you know. They were good times though, man.
Proper good time. And them times there, the TV that we had, yeah, you know, like it was like, outside of it was wooden.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it was like that. Then you had to get up and change the channel. Yo, man grew up different still.
What did he say? He goes, my broken down TV showed cartoons in my living room. People don't understand that, bro.
You had to put the, you know, like the hanger for the antenna to the TV to make to get it.
You know, I remember summer holidays. You know, man's like 11. You know, they have the kids 7 to 9, I think.
Yeah.
7 o'clock, man's running downstairs.
That's good. Yeah. What?
Inspector Gadget.
And all that,
He-Man
watching He-Man.
And you're glued.
Yeah.
Because it's only on for them 2 hours, you know.
I know, and that's it.
But now they've got 24 hours.
24 hours to it. Access is crazy.
You know, the kids will never understand how different it is, you know.
You have to wait for the morning just to watch that one cartoon. Every day in that morning, you're just waiting for that one cartoon to come on.
You know what I have to watch here? You know, programs like
Danger Mouse, all of that.
You remember that stuff like Saved by the Bell and
Yes.
Sister, whatever.
Oh my, High School High.
Yeah.
But
you know what I have to always think? You know, the houses were always nice though. Remember the houses?
Yeah.
And they always had their own bedroom.
Yeah. And the bedroom was kitted up.
Remember, I grew up 5 brothers in one bedroom, innit? It was there. I always wanted, I said, yo, I want my own bedroom.
Like, I want to fix my bedroom. Yeah.
It was there.
I want my own bedroom, like, to look like that. I want my own TV. I want my own.
It was an escape, innit?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it definitely was an
Yo,
escape.
do you know what? I can't lie here. Those kind of programs, yeah, made you want to live that type of life.
A better life, innit?
Yeah, a better life.
Of course.
Do you know what I'm saying?
It's not having, innit?
Yeah.
People don't understand what it's like not having, you know, and whatever. See, now because obviously the countries got richer, people have got richer.
Yeah.
So, like, a kid having an iPhone 12 is not really a big thing.
Yeah.
An iPhone 11, 12 standard. It was there.
Yeah.
Remember, I could do anything on an iPhone 11 that I could do on this iPhone.
Yeah.
Just know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they've got access at 12, 11 years old, bro. Just know what I mean? Back then, bro, we might get a Super NES.
Yeah, for real, you might. Yeah.
There's no internet.
Remember the Super Soaker?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If your mum,
it wasn't like all the time. It was just here and there. You get like little present and whatnot. So, but you know what's out there because you remember the adverts on the program.
Yeah.
And, like, you want that thing and whatever.
Do you know what's so crazy? Me and my brothers, yeah, we used to play a game. Yeah, my mum would get the Argos book. So when we get the Argos book, yeah, we'll go. Remember Argos book? The toys used to be at the back. Yeah. So when we'll go through the toys, we'll be like, yeah, that's mine. That's the game we used to play. Yeah, no, that one is mine. But we're never gonna get it.
It's fantasizing about it.
We're fantasizing that
exactly,
we've got these toys to play with. Do you get what I'm saying?
You know, people are watching the podcast here. This is the only man from like the 70s and 80s is gonna understand this.
Do you get me?
Maybe 90s, but that's it, early 90s. But you won't understand this. Like,
at all.
It's there was a definitely very like outside was
Different.
social media.
Yeah.
Because everyone's outside.
So everybody was outside. Everybody.
There's a park at the bottom of my road. You go to that park on a hot day, I would say 40, 50 man will be in that park.
Come on.
Because everyone's mingling.
Outside,
that crowd's there, this crowd, the kids chilling over here. That's social media, isn't it?
Yeah, do you know what's so crazy? Why I used to love my estate was, like, we used to play football in the park. People would scream our name, and some of the oldest, like the OGs, they will pull up, come out, and they will get in the park and play football with us. And sometimes they will give us like £1 here or £5 there, and everybody's got to dish it out. And them times that you'll run to the shop, you're getting bare 10p punch, 10p, you know what I'm saying?
10p stuff,
The 10p like pop, 10p drinks, 20p drinks, 25p and all that. Like and there used to be a man, I was speaking to my guy Sticks, and I was like, "Oi, do you remember crazy old man Bert? He used to always come out, hey, crazy man, like he used to come downstairs and play football with us as well. Like that's how I remember from my estate. My estate was like, if you did something wrong, you're getting told off right there, because everybody's parent was your parent.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
So that's why I've grown up. I've always calling everybody mum, because my mum always like told me, these people are your parents. Like this is the village. This is the village.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Auntie, and it's simple.
Yeah, this is the village. This is your village. This is who's raising you. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's how you address in my culture as well. Like,
so-
auntie, everyone's auntie.
Me, it's like everybody's mum.
Mum, yeah, it's peak.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you're right,
You're
mum.
always going to
So-
show that level of respect.
Respect,
No
yeah,
matter how bad, no matter how hard it is you are, you're still going to show a level of respect.
Yeah, like as even when we was growing up, and like I got kicked out of school. I remember I got kicked out in year 11. You know what I mean? I got into it with my science teacher.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And them times as well, my mum was strict. Yeah. I used to be shook of my mum. Like me and
Lashes.
What? The punishment was real, bro. Do you know what I mean?
That's the biggest violation you could do, though.
Bro, I'm telling you,
That's
like,
good,
yo, I remember my mum grounded me, for a whole summer, bro.
What?
A whole summer.
Expelled or suspended?
No, I got kicked out.
Done,
You
gone.
can't go back.
No second chance.
That's it. Done. You get what I'm saying? Like, they didn't even try and give me a chance. Nothing. You know what
Just
I'm
for
saying?
arguing with the teacher and whatever.
No, like, I had a physical with the teacher.
Altercation,
But
yeah.
this teacher, like, he takes the piss. It's like, he always puts his hand on other students. Do you get what I'm saying? But I was just not that person. Like, you just can't put your hands on me like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, anyway, yeah, I got kicked out. And I remember my mum used to wake me up every day and say to me, go and get a job. And I was like, go and get a job. Get a job where?
11?
Yeah, bro. Like, no, not 11. I was what? I'm 15, going to be 16.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because it's my last year. You know what I'm saying? I'm in year 11. So she was like, yo, yeah, get up, go and get a job. So I had to find things like to get out of the house and just go and do. And I will go to this like centre up in Stonebridge. Do you get what I'm saying? Like where kids that get kicked out, they'll send you to that. So I'll go there. And then they used to be finished like, say like 12 o'clock finish.
Yeah.
You gotta go home. You're like,
Yeah.
bro, I gotta go back to my mum. Are you not crazy? Like, give me something else to do. You get me? Like, I'd rather stay. You know what I mean? So
Sit down, do nothing.
yeah. So when other students were cut at home, I'll just stay. You know what I mean? I'll just stay until like it was 2 o'clock. Then I'll just say, yeah, make my way back. You know what I mean? But at that time, I remember, like, there's this woman, Ree and Frances. Like, Ree's like she's my mum. Like, you know what I mean? I can go in there and like, I'll speak to them and they'll be like, oh, you're gonna need a CV now. You know what I mean? You're gonna need a CV. I didn't even know what that was, and they were asking me questions. Yeah, boom, boom. What year did you start this school? Where all of that? Boom, boom, boom. I remember I used to just wake up early in the morning. I would walk from Kilburn all the way to Piccadilly Circus. While I'm walking from Kilburn, as soon as I hit like Edgware Road, I'm walking in every shop on that one side of the strip, giving my CV.
out.
So I've got my backpack full of CVs like that. So I'm walking through all the way to West End, all the way to Piccadilly Circus,
Any job.
like any job, I'm giving my CV. Once I get to that end, I cross on the other side of the road, coming all the way back down, giving my CV back to Edgware Road. I mean, yeah, Edgware Road,
Because
all
you've
the way
got to
back
do
home.
something now, innit?
Yeah, so I'm doing that practically. You're saying I'm doing that like Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing that all the time. Even when it's raining, I'm walking. No, there's no bus fare. I ain't got no bus fare where like for me to be jumping on the bus.
On foot.
Yeah, I'm on foot. Do you know what I mean? So I'll do that, and then eventually I got an interview with JJB. Do you remember?
That's a sick job.
Yo.
If you got that job, yeah, you're
Bro,
nice.
so I got an interview with JJB. So when I went there, yeah, I wasn't confident enough. And this is a new field for man. So I don't know how this job interview thing, how it's supposed
how
to
it
go.
goes, yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm there, boom, boom, boom. The interview finished, but how they did the interview, they did it as like a group interview.
Okay.
Like there's a lot of people there, so we're all there together. a lot of people had confidence, and I'm like, what are these guys doing? Do you get what I'm saying? I'm like, what are they doing? You get me? So when they'll ask me the question, I'll answer it just blunt, like, one should be like, yeah, I'll pull it back. That's it.
Other people showing charisma.
Yeah, they're breaking down the scenario.
Yeah,
I'm like,
course, yeah.
bro, it's just a one question.
You're
Why
doing too
you,
much.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
doing way too. So one question, what are you trying to do here? But they're selling themselves. Like, I didn't realize that like that's what you're supposed to do. Sell yourself to show charisma, character, and all that. The job was so boring. Like, I mean, the interview was so boring to me. I'm like, what time is this shit gonna finish, bro? You know, this is long. Then they say, yeah. They called out these people's name, told them to stay back, and then they told us, yeah, we're gonna call you lot to let you know if you lot got the job. So I thought, so we're the good guys.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
yeah.
But they didn't call back, bruv.
Nothing.
They didn't give no call back. Imagine I went back, yeah. I said, I was waiting for you lot to give me a call back. They go, I remember the girl that they said to wait back, yeah, that they told them to stay back. When I walked in there, she was working there.
They got the job.
Yeah, they got the job. I was like, so when did she go, no, like when we told you that we're gonna call you back, it means that you didn't
don't
get
get
the job.
yeah.
I was like, okay. Right, I was pissed.
That's a job a lot of 16-year-olds want.
Yeah.
JB Sports.
What? Trainer shop, sports shop. You get what I'm saying?
Banging.
Yeah. So I remember I just went back pissed off. I'm like, bloody hell. Do you know, and this time my mum ain't giving me money no more, you know. She's like, yo. Not that she was giving my money, like that. The money my mum was getting would be £1 or like £2.
At least it's bus fare or something.
Yeah, like, but my mum never gave me £5
yeah,
or £10. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
Nah,
yeah.
boom. So
That's gone now as well. The little couple pounds.
yeah,
Gone.
you know what I mean? So my brethren called me. My brethren Bullet called me. He goes
There
to
we
me,
go.
bro.
There we go.
He goes, listen to this though. He called me, he goes like, yo, bro, there's a job in Sainsbury's. Come right now. Do you know what? I got up and flew down Labor Grove Sainsbury's so quickly, yeah. I said, okay, charisma. I'm gonna do what I used to do in school. You know what I mean? Bust the jokes. Wait. So the woman called me, sat me down. Again, if like people there on the table with other people, where, only for them to put me with a manager. Do you get what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, man. So when she started speaking, I'm just busting. I'm just answering her with jokes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm like, nah, I'm only joking. But then it's like I've got an audience because my friends and everybody, they're all there, they're laughing.
Yeah.
While I'm talking and I'm busting, it's like I'm busting jokes. Yeah. But then it got to a serious point. Yeah. I remember this. I think this is what got me the job. Do you know what I'm saying? Because she asked me, at first she asked me, how many GCSEs do you have? I didn't have none, bro.
0.
None, bro. So I just lied. I said, you know what? Right there and then I just lied and said, yeah, the lower it is, they're not going to check. You know what I'm saying?
They're not going to check.
They're not going to check.
I don't think so.
Yeah. So go, what did you get for English? I got bare dinners. Bare D for dinner. You know what I'm saying? So them lot are laughing. I said, boom. I said, yeah, but I did good in French though. I did good in French. So she knew a little bit of French. So when she was speaking to me, she started saying things in French because I already knew French.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Now.
So yeah, so now I was like, okay, this is a bonus win for me. Do you get what I'm saying?
You got this.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, she's speaking French. Yeah, oui, je parle français. T'habites où? She's like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You get what I'm saying? She goes, well, you only got a C. You speak French very well. So yeah, thank you. You know what I'm saying? But like, she asked me a serious question. She goes to me, why do you want this job and why do you think I should give you this job more than anybody in here? Do you know, I sat there and I posed for a minute. You know, everything just flashed at me like all them times I was walking for hours. My mum's always saying to me, you're not going to get no job. And my brethren Bullet, the one that called me here and said to me to come for the job interview, he used to always say, you're not going to get no job. You're never going to. So it's like I had to prove a point to my mum and prove a point to my friends. That because I don't have no grades or GCSE, whatever, doesn't mean I'm going to be a bum out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%.
So it was all a point for me to prove to everybody that I can get a job.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Without qualifications.
Did you get it?
She asked me, why would I want this job? I just told her, I gotta take care of my family. I'm the eldest one. No one ain't there. Lost my dad at 11 years old. Do you know what I mean? My mum struggles. Like, look at the
real.
way. Yeah, I was just being real. I said, look at the way I just come to this interview. Look, do you know what I mean? I ain't got it like everybody else. Yeah, I might be busting, joking, laughing and everything, but I ain't really good like that. You know, that woman said, you know, thank you. And I was like,
she's not good.
She go, we'll contact you back to let you know if you got the job. So you know, I got up and I was like, man, fuck this shit, man. This is long. But if I go back to my block, remember a week after that went by, one of my other bedroom that we went, Absalom, we went to the job interview. I'm chilling with him. He gets a phone call. You got the job. He got the job. I'm like, what? You got the job? Yeah. Oh,
that must be heartbreaking, bro.
Bro, the pain is real,
That
bro.
must have been heartbreaking.
I'm like, blood, I just went home. I just said, like, bro.
You kept it real with her, bro.
Yeah, bro. How can she just, you know what I mean? In my mind, I'm thinking, yo, this is mad. And now this is where the doubt really comes in, where everybody that told you that you're going to amount to nothing is really kicking in.
But just to mention a really important point, especially for the viewers as well, especially the young youths, bro. Look at, you weren't trying to be a bad man or a drug dealer.
No.
You was just wanting money.
Bro, I hated the drug dealers on my block. I used to mash up cells on my block so the man them couldn't so the cells couldn't come through the block anymore.
The objective was just to get some money from somewhere, innit?
Yeah.
That was the objective of the matter.
And you know, it wasn't, you know what? It wasn't so much of just because you want to be a drug dealer or anything. It was just one of them ones there. I just wanted to prove that I was not going to be a failure.
That's exactly what it is, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I just wanted to prove so badly. Do you get what I'm saying? Because everybody's always doubted me, bro. People's always doubted me.
So people will doubt you on a push.
Yeah, man. Do you know what I mean?
And that's when you start crossing lines, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what happened when that happened? That heartbreak?
Bro, I went home. I didn't go outside the following day. I didn't go outside. I just chilled out. Imagine the week after that. I get a phone call. Unknown number. Yeah, just comes up. I said, hello? Yeah, is this Justice? Is this Justice? You know what I mean? I said, yeah. Yeah, this is Sainsbury's. Just letting you know that you got the job. Oh my God. I was gassed. Oh my God. You couldn't tell me that.
Listen, you must have hated them like
what?
The week before.
I went in the living room. You know when you're like a kid that just got a brand new toys or it's Christmas. Oh my God, wait, help it. I mean, Mom, I got the job. I was so gassed like that. I came outside. I'm knocking all my friends, telling them I got the job. That's how proud I was.
That's deep.
Do you see what I'm saying? That's how proud I was. Like, bro, a tear dropped my eye, bro. A tear dropped my eye.
That's a big moment in your life, though.
Yeah, bro, because, you know, you're always hearing that you're not going to be nothing. You're not going to, you know, you're hearing that.
And the back of the mind, the trauma you've gone through as well.
You know? All of that. So you're just, you know what, you're looking at your life, everything is just downhill. And you're like, why am I here?
Why am I here? Yeah. Start questioning things.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I here? Am I only supposed to just suffer? Like, am I supposed to go through this pain? Am I supposed to just deal with what's going on at home as well? Am I supposed to be dealing with what's going on outside? Do you know what I mean? Why am I here?
Well, that's true.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Anyone will think that.
You know what I mean? So, like, I was gassed. I was so happy. I was knocking every single one of my friends. Do you get what I'm saying? I felt proud putting on the uniform, bruv. You get what I'm saying? Like, I made sure you could see the badge. You know, because Rich was like, oh, Justo used to drive around in the block, come on the block with his Sainsbury. I was proud of that uniform. I was making you lot know that I've got a job.
That's real, though.
You know what I'm saying? So when them lot was standing on the block and they'll be like, yo, and they'll be like, yo, where you going? So I'm going to work. What you lot doing? Some people got a living to, you know what I'm saying? We got work out here, you know? So I used to be like, yo, what you lot doing? You ain't got no job. So I used to take the mick out of my friends like that.
Of course, yeah.
But they're outside making their money, hustling. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and I used to like, always pull it on them and stick it on them, telling them, oh, look at you lot are just here. I used to mash up cells so the cells don't come to the block. You know what I'm saying? They used to get mad at me because of all of that. But anyway, one day, I'm at work. Bearing in mind, I've done a good 2-3 years in Sainsbury's.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I held it down.
You put in a shift.
Yeah, man, I was putting in I was taking every shift. You know, I was taking
overtime.
Yeah,
Everything.
bro, I was taking every shift. I'm like, yo, boom. But after a while, I remember after a while, yeah, it was getting you couldn't really chill out with your friends no more.
You're working all the time.
You're just working all the time. I remember my boy Jermaine disappeared like that because he's working, and I felt like, right, is this what life has become like? You can't even par with your friends no more, chill out with you. It's basically school all over. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, anyway, I remember what was at work. This is my 3 year in. Yeah, was at work. We all took our lunch break. Yeah, our friends. So there was a little set of us. There was me, Apps, what's his name? Oh, I forgot my man's name. So there was three or four of us. So we said, yo, boom, we're gonna take our break. This rare. Apps was on the till. Yeah, one of our bedrooms was at the back, and I think that day I was working on the shelves. You know what I'm saying? I was on the shelves. Yeah. So boom, we've gone upstairs. Our managers, they had managers come in. When they had these managers, yeah, they came in to review the store. Do you know what I mean? I think every month the store will have a review from either whatever they're trying to pitch or to expand the business or whatever they were trying to do. I don't know. But I just knew there was inspectors there, managers, you know what I mean, walking around. So we're there. He comes out. When he comes out, he goes, yeah, these are my monkeys. Yeah. Bro, do you know, yeah? Like, huh? Because, he goes, these are my monkeys. Then he goes, what you lot doing up here? Then my brethren Abs is like, we're on our break. But I've got this screw face in my face. And then he looked at me and goes, aren't you not supposed to be downstairs washing the ovens for to go? I'm like, what do you mean? Being downstairs washing the ovens. He goes, furthermore, you lot, get up, go downstairs. Hurry up, pack this up and go downstairs. Then he walked off. Every single one of us that was sitting there, they started laughing, bro. My brethren, Abs and them, they started laughing. Oh, he wasn't talking to me. Bruv, he was talking to us.
All of us.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Who do you mean he wasn't talking to me? Do you remember back in the days where something would happen? Oh, he wasn't talking to me. He wasn't talking to me. Yeah, he was talking to you. You know what I mean? But no, I didn't even look at it as he wasn't talking to me. I'm like, yo, he was talking to all of us.
All of us, yeah. That is a violation, though.
Bro, do you know what I did? I didn't go back to work. I walked out. I grabbed my stuff, put my thing. I said, yeah.
Your pride got the better of
Yeah.
you. 100%.
I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying?
It happens, though, man.
You get what I'm saying? I said, this is not no slavery shit for you to be even saying that to man.
Nah, that's a disrespect.
Just what I'm saying, bro. So boom. Imagine now I'm not going back to Sainsbury's now, yeah?
Your mum must be vexed.
Yo, I'm sitting down now. No, my mum doesn't even know.
You didn't tell her.
My mum didn't even know that I've been...
Man's on holiday, bro.
Yeah. So just imagine, you've going from paying the house bills, the rent and everything, yeah? So she's asking you money. I'm saying to my brother, yo, pay for the thing. But this time that my brother's on the road, yeah? Because I used to try and stop him not to get on the road, yeah? He said he was trying to get a job. I don't believe.
How many years younger was he than you?
Not even that much. I was, let's say, I'm 40 right now. He is 39. He's
1 year,
yeah, 1 year. He's gonna be 39.
Yeah, same age.
Do you know what I mean? So anyway, yeah. So imagine now, I'm there chilling. My brother's like, yo, what are you doing with yourself? You can't just be here and just chilling like this. You need to get some money. You need to do something. Do you know what I mean? You need to do something. I'm like, oh. But when they're going raving, I'm raving with the man them, yeah. I'm using my Sainsbury's money, you know what I mean? One thing I would say, I'm proud to say that, I bought my car with my Sainsbury's money. My hard, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't the trap that got me my car, it was my Sainsbury's money. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I just remember rah. the stack was just getting low. Do you get what I'm saying? And then my brethren Bullet came out
Again.
Yeah. Said to me.
He got you the job.
he got me into that.
Oh, the road thing.
No, but he got me on the road thing. This is how he actually got me on the road thing. See, this is the part where I don't tell people.
Yeah.
I just had to, sometimes, when you're telling the story, you got to break down things real fast and real quickly.
Yeah, of course.
Bullet was the one that actually made me start shotting weed. That's how I got into it, was by shotting weed.
Okay.
Bullet went and bought the weed and gave me the weed and said, yeah, that's for you. Don't give me back no change, no nothing.
So he put you on basically.
Yeah, but that was the wrong way to put me on.
100%.
Because he put me on.
But he thought it was the right way.
Yeah.
Though,
No, I mean, but he put me on, but I spent that money. So I never had no money. I said, yo, Bullet, I need more food. He goes, yeah, where's the money? What money? You told me to keep the money. You get me? He goes,
But he
no,
meant
bro.
like come back and reload.
Yeah, reload. You need to buy.
That's what he meant, yeah.
I was like, well, you didn't tell me that, bro.
Because you don't know the game.
Yeah, he didn't tell me that. He goes, bruv, so he's gone now and got me more weed. You get me? So when he got me the weed now, I was like, yeah, I know exactly what I need to do. But the prophet was dead. Do you get what I'm saying? I just come from Sainsbury's, yeah, and I'm making £700 a month.
You smoking weed as well, though?
Yeah? No, I don't smoke.
Oh, you don't smoke?
No, the man, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do
But
that.
the money, there wasn't money in weed like there is today.
Yeah, there was no money in weed.
Back then.
That was, if you had weed, you was doing weed, yeah.
So if you're getting like a couple Zs or like 4.5, it wasn't really like that.
Your weed money was to buy you tracksuit or trainers.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because your profit will be like the £90 or probably 100. Because if you got a little thing, you get the £90 and then you got the 100 something pound, whatever.
Exactly.
So, do you know what I'm saying? So that was just your little load, and then Bullet was like, yeah, you buy that, then you get this, you turn it to a Q. I'm like, bro, I don't understand what the Q is. What's the Q? What are we in maths? Are we in maths?
Yeah, it's big.
Do you know what I mean?
So you're like green to all
Yeah, I'm green to all of this. I'm saying, what are we, bro? What are you doing? He goes, yeah, you weigh this, you weigh this like this, yeah, point. I'm like, brother, just do the whole thing, bro. Just do it for me. Do you know what I'm saying? He will bag it up or like, but then I'll take it something and I just go, but you're a bad influence, you know. You should have never brought me to this thing, you know. Then I see my brother and them lot, like my brother's just racking money. But I'm thinking he's counting the same money that he counted last night. So it used to piss me off. Why the fuck you keep counting the same money every day, bro? Like, it's there. We understand. You got it. So one day I'm just there. I'm playing the PlayStation. Yeah. Now this time, now man can afford these things now. You know what I'm saying? Now got the latest PlayStation 2. It's out. All of that. Playing it. Boom, 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 boom. And then one day he just pissed me off. I said, brother, like serious, man. Like stop putting out the same box money. Otherwise I'll just take it. So you know what I'm saying? He goes, what? What do you mean, the same box money? I said, bro, you just count that same money every day, bro. No one ain't stealing your money. He goes, bro, are you mad? Because we had a walk-in wardrobe, yeah? Because we basically took my mum's room away from her and gave her the room upstairs, yeah? So we took because there was 3 of us.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Sharing the room. And even my little brother now was coming in. Yeah, my younger brother was coming in, so I had to leave my room and move in with my brother because my sister was taking my sister, had to take my room, you know what I mean? So he walked in there, he bought 1 box, 2 box, 3 box, lifting them all up. Bruv, money.
Shoe boxes.
Yeah, bro, money. I'm like, bruv. But this is what I said to him, bruv, is this all from shotting weed? Because nah, bro. Bro.
Definitely not.
He said, nah, bro, what are you talking about? I said, bruv, what? You're doing the Tony Montana shit. He was like, bro, I said, oh my God, bro, you enter a dangerous game. You know, like we've been watching Boys in the Hood. You know what happens in these things. He goes, nah, man, it's not working for nobody. Man, work for myself.
So you shouldn't crack.
Yeah. So he's like,
it wouldn't be yay back then.
Yeah.
It would be crack, yeah.
So he was like, yeah, man, but he's doing that and the boy, yeah. So
he must be mashing then.
Mashing.
Yeah, he was mashing.
You know what I'm saying? So it was very unrare to do. It's either you did one or the other.
So back then, 90s, either people saw crack or they sold the porch. You know,
yeah. So
slowly later on, they both combined it.
Combined together.
Right, yeah.
So anyway, yeah. He did that when he was there. I said, bro, you're going mad. So you get what I'm saying? What are you doing? He was like, nah, trust me, man. I don't work for nobody. I work for myself. You sure? Yeah, I said, bro, don't lie to me, you know? Cause if you lie to me, cause I was that guy like that, brother, yo, I'll fuck you up, I'll take your shit, and you can't do nothing about it. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, but them times as well, yeah, I used to roll around with Absalon as well, so sometimes man will rob a man or, you know what I mean, catch a man rolling and say, hey, come here. Like,
reckless.
Yeah, like tap them down and say, yo, but sometimes you'll pretend that you got a thing on you, so give me that. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, like that. And I mean, yeah, my brother was just saying to me, like, and then when I got into it, I was like, yeah, I don't want to shot the weed, man. The weed's dead, bro. Because I was on and off the weed. It's like 1 minute I'm doing it, 1 minute I'm not doing it. And I only was doing it like...
The piece is not really there. Man.
Yeah, like, I was only doing it. Pair of trainers there, you get trainers. Because them times the trainers were cheaper. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
yeah. So, once I got into this, once I got into it, boom, boom, boom. My brother showed me the thing. I was rolling with Biz. I see Biz. Boom. An hour. Made $1,000. Another $1,000.
What age did you link CBiz?
But I already knew CBiz. We were young. It's the same estate. We were all there.
Yeah. So he was already blotting before you?
Like, they all was blotting before me. I'm the last one blotting. I came in the game late. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. They were all blotting before me. You get me? Remember, my thing was I was trying to prove to my mom and my friend, I can get this job. And on top of that, I was not interested in this.
But now you've seen like
you know what I mean? I'm seeing, yo, these guys, they're rich. My man and my moving rich.
Of course.
I'm getting 7 bills a month. Nah, don't take the piss out of my life.
They're getting 7 bills in 6 hours.
Bro, they're making a bag in how many in an hour? So it's not making sense. I'm saying, yo, why would you? These people are killing us working like this. Do you get what I'm saying? So anyway, yeah, boom. I'm running with Biz. I'm seeing Biz is racking up. Then I go and I link my bedroom Al Pacino in his yard. He's just got money sitting there. There, you walk in one room, there's money there. Walk in the kitchen, money there. And he just talking. I'm like, bro, what's going on here? Like, this is paid in full at its finest. Do you get what I'm saying? You're seeing ridiculous shit.
What they blotting bits?
Bro, they're blotting bits, big bits, the small bits. Everything is going, but the way it's going is going like. Do you know when you're watching a movie and the movie it does quick clips?
Yeah,
it's doing bare quick clips to make it look like, you know what I'm saying?
But fast cash coming in.
Yeah, so, but this is what's happening. Like, walking in, you're walking out. Bag, another bag. You pull up with another bag. Licked out the rack, boom, boom, boom. Go back and then you go to the base. The base we used to call that. They call it bando now. You know what I'm saying?
The base, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll go to the base. We're at the base. Boom. We'll take over the base. Like give the cell whatever. The cell say, yeah, I'm going to move in with my missus. We take over the base. PlayStation. We buy PlayStation TVs there. Every day we're at the base now. Blicing in there. So when I'm getting into it now, I'm like, okay. MG's always giving me the games. Always say, yo, you know what? He's always talking like, yo, you know, yeah. Making money is like, but he like when he's talking to you, you're in a movie.
Like he's flipping, like he's a philosopher.
Yeah. But the way he's explaining it to you, it's like, this is life. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's like, you know, for people to like you, they have to see the way you are, the way you present yourself. And I'm like, so how do you present yourself? Making money and dressing fly and looking good and just pulling up and everybody's just looking at you.
What year was this?
Bro, we're talking about 2003.
I think he just watched Paid in Full, Nah, no lie. I think he watched Paid in Full.
2004. No, but he's always been like that.
That's what I'm saying. But watching that movie is going to make it worse.
Yeah, so it was like, I'm like, He goes, so stay focused, man. You know what I mean? Stay focused. Don't be like these guys out here that just, they here for the minute and then they're gone. Do you get what I'm saying? I was like, okay.
That's a bad influence.
Yeah, yo. And then, boom, bullet. I started getting the bits. My brother's like, yo, here, take this. Like my brother gave me an 8 ball, you know what I'm saying, of each. So he said, yo, do your thing on that. You know what I'm saying?
And the money comes quick.
I licked that so fast, bro.
Yeah, it's
Let
nuts.
me show you how I licked out so fast, yeah. We took time, but I licked out so fast. I'll chill the whole day. I was happy when I made my little bills. Then the next day I'll get another 8 ball, do the same thing. Put the bills down, go outside, just chill out again. You get what I'm saying? And more time when you're on the block as well, you didn't have to pay for anything because the man them was buying juice. Like, what man them want juice? Yeah, 4 Ribena. Do you know what I'm saying? Things like that. Boom, boom. And I remember my brother was like, bruv, you can't be shotting today and then not shot for 2 or 3 days. Blood.
Yo, this is a full-time
I'm
occupation.
telling you. He
This
said,
is a full-time
yo,
occupation.
bro, the man said to me, you can't be shotting today and then 2-3 days you're not
It
shotting.
don't work like that, yeah.
What are you dealing with?
Consequences to the
Yeah, because what are you dealing with, bro? It's either you leave this alone and go and get a job. I sat there, I was like this. Yeah, man, he's right. And then MG's word is hitting in my head. Like, it's hitting in my head is like, you always gotta be on. You could never take a day off. You know what I mean? I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself like, rah. So I hit my boy Bullet. So I told my boy Bullet, yo, because he's doing his thing, innit? So he goes to me, you know what? I got something for you. You know what I'm saying? Linked me. He dropped me his phone. When he dropped me his phone. So now his phone is peppering off.
There's bits flying.
What? It's peppering off crazy. Bro, I mean, yeah, it wasn't even an hour. I licked out the whole 8 ball so quickly, and into a point I was like, yeah, I need another 8 ball. I need another 8 ball. My brother said, stop getting 8 balls. Just stop getting 8 balls.
You still ain't clocked the game,
Yeah,
man.
I still ain't clocked the game. Then, like you say to me, you need to get this, you need to get that. But that's when I started listening to Master P. He said to me, listen to that Master P Dope Boy. Yeah? So Master P said, you're turning this to that, and then when I'm listening to what MG is saying to me, yeah, take that, boom, boom, boom. And then I'm like, okay. So just go from an 8 ball to a Q to a half ounce to a Z to a Z to a O to a boom, boom. So I started figuring it out. So when I figured it out, I was like, okay, boom, boom, boom. Start orchestrating myself. But sometimes Bullet's phone was going too mad for me. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, Ricks, Tubbs, boom, jump on. Although Bullet's not supposed to know that I'm giving stuff to the man there, you know what I'm saying? But he only gave me his phone, yeah, on the weekends, yeah? But it was just peppering too hard. Yeah. So in my head, I'm like, how does this guy, yeah, manage all of this?
He's non-stop.
Non-stop. So I started catching my groove on it, and I realized, yo, now this is a lifestyle. Do you get what I'm saying? Up early in the morning, 6 o'clock, prepare your stuff already, so you're preparing. Do you get what I'm saying? Them times there, you know what I'm saying? My brother had Mineral, you know what I mean? Like working with him, you know what I mean? Working for him. So Mineral was there, so Mineral was teaching me some of the things. I'm like, all right, cool.
Everyone's on it now.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm like, all right, cool. Boom, and my brother would say to me, yo, you know what? Don't spend your money yet. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm going to let you know when it's time to go shopping and when we're going to ball out properly. I'm like, all right, cool, I'm all right with that. So just grafting and grinding and grinding and grinding. You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, man's making music. You know what I'm saying? When man was making music and...
You're making music early, isn't it?
Yeah,
how we about 20 years old here now, isn't it?
Yeah, like I'm making music at 17, 18. Do you know what I'm saying?
But this period here when you were running the line, like about around 20.
Yeah, I'm rapping. I'm still rapping. We're going like you're pulling up to the studio. When we're pulling up to the studio, you got cars. Everybody in their own cars like that. But imagine the people in the studio. They're looking at us, yeah. What the heck did these kids do? What are they doing? Look at the MR2s, TTs.
They were big whips back then, yeah.
You know what I mean? A3s, like, but latest plates and everything. So you're like, what? Like they think to themselves, what did these kids do? Coming in there, you're smiling, grills in your mouth, chaining, boom, engineer. We used to be like, we'll get there and I say, why is the engineer not here yet though? Do you know what I mean? We used to get mad at the engineer and the engineer Ruben who will come in there, he'll be like, I said, what are you taking long for? Sit down and do the work, man. But, yo, do you know what was so crazy? I realized, yeah, the more money you make, the more confidence you gain.
100%, of course.
The more of your demeanor just like, it's like,
Definitely.
you grow some sort of confidence on a mad
That's undeniable, yeah.
level. But yeah, we're rapping. We decided to put a mixtape together called Lock, Stock and the Whole Fucking Lot. Do you know what I'm saying? That, I can't lie, when I put that together, I used to listen to a lot of D-Block and a lot of bloody Dipset. Do you know what I'm saying? And I kind of just figured out how to put the whole thing together. And I was like, yeah, boom, boom, intro comes in here. Boom, boom, yo, put the movie this, put the intro of the movie over here. So my brother saw that as well. He was like, raw. And I remember I came back home, and when I came in, it was like 4 o'clock in the morning, because me and S, we used to do some late night shift where we decided to stop in the morning. We will do in the morning, but we would just carry it on all the way through the night until the next day of the morning. Do you know what I mean? And then we go straight to the bass. For those of you lot that don't know what the bass is, the bando. Yeah? So we'll be in there. So boom, boom. With that, my brother sat me down and he was like, yo, I like that you're doing your thing and everything, yeah. But don't you think you're kind of losing yourself a little bit? Like, you're focusing so much on the road and not the music anymore. So what are you talking about? He goes, bruv, you're not really... I said, I didn't even want to make you know. But yeah, man, listen to this. No. I said, when he said that to me, I was like, what are you talking about? I said, I don't really want to make you know. He goes, what? I don't want to make you know now. See that next day, that day, I did what I did in the morning, hit my couple of cells, jumped in the car, went to the studio. Me and S went to the studio, we linked up. We just finished up Lock, Stock. Once we finished Lock, Stock, and I was like, boom, we got the pictures, everything done, boom, boom. Came back to the block. When we came back to the block, we came back with just one CD. My brother was outside. Because where were you lot coming back from? Yeah, we just come back from the studio. Yeah, you're always up there, innit? Yeah. So my brother said it to me like, well, you're always up there, innit? Yeah. But we know the conversation we just had, that I'm focusing more on the road now, not so much on the music. Yeah. I said, yo, put it on. So all the men in my outside. Just the way it started, they were all like, what the fuck is this? And when they heard the whole mixtape, it was like, my brother was like, yeah, we need to focus on this. We need to take it somewhere like we've never taken it before. This is what you don't need to do. You, Cowboy, ST, focus. Just focus on this. So I say no more. Yeah? So our bedroom Frenchie came, gave Frenchie the CD. He printed out for us like a 1,000. Do you know what I'm saying? And my brother would just pull it in the car, drive around giving it to people. So this is where the state of mind of us now saying to ourselves like, now, yeah, we're doing this, but this is not the main object of it now. Now there's somewhere now we can step in and go in. Because now, remember, we're watching now, this time we're listening to like BG, Cash Money, all of that now, the Masterpiece. So now the mind is like, this is where we need to
50 Cent was blowing that time.
Yeah, 50 Cent blew. He blew.
He blew 03 in it.
Yeah, he blew. So, but we're still listening. We're listening to 50, but we're still listening to the Young Jeezys, to, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Chopper City.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Choppers, you know what I mean? All of that. We're listening to that. We're listening to like the Gucci Man, all of that. We're just listening to the guys that were, you know what I mean? They're talking about that life. Do you know what I'm saying? So when my brother was like, yo, we need to focus more on the music, boom. And my brethren, E1, they had Pavement Entertainment. At that point, yeah, I remember it was FAC, PB, LR. Yeah, we were all going to the studio. So when I make that mixtape, I took the Pavement Entertainment and I slapped it on it, you know what I mean, on the Lock, Stock and the whole, you know what I mean, mixtape. Once I did that, Rix has gone to the studio. Yo, Josh, I beg you to help me put my project together, because once we did that, our thing was just around the ends. It's like, we was okay that it was busting in the ends.
Ghetto celebrities.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We was okay, it was like just busting in the end.
That's your wall, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's it, that's you.
So boom, next thing you know, the Mandem has done, every one single the Mandem that was on the block, they started doing their mixtape. Because now we started doing a thing like, we wasn't on the block as much. chasing money on the block. So there was a day that everybody's at the studio every day. Everybody's at that studio. Everyone that was on the block making money are inside the studio working. So now there's a purpose. We're working towards something now. Do you know what I'm saying? But them times there when we were doing what we're doing, he's in prison, because Pavement Entertainment literally, like, it was his thing. Like, it was his thing. So we're carrying that. So boom, we made a plan. 2005 we dropped Lock Stock. 2006 we was meant to drop Kilburn Time. Yeah, Kilburn Time, but we was running on a delay on Kilburn Time. Yeah, on that. So I remember my brother was talking. He was like, yo, because do you remember Bronze and Black? Do you remember Bronze and Black?
Yeah.
They done the yeah. They done the song with Styles P. Yeah. So man was trying to get in contact with them so we can link up the connection to go to America, yeah, and sort it out and make a tune with Styles P and them lot. Do you know what I mean? So that was the project. The project was, once we drop Kilburn Time, we're gonna go to America and record a couple of songs, yeah, with Styles P and them lot, yeah. And we were gonna drop that album. That album was gonna be called Layers of Cake. Do you see what I'm saying? But we never. Yeah. So 2007 came by. Yeah, bro. My brother ends up getting killed. He ends up getting shot. Like, those plan was out of the window.
That's it. It's war zone now.
Yeah, like everything forgotten. Like, you're not even focused on the music. Everything, you don't have the passion for it. And now it's like, yeah, I'm back to square one again. I'm back, like, feeling vulnerable. I'm back feeling angry, rage.
Come back.
Yeah, I'm back to that point. I'm back all over again on that point.
Was he killed from someone in the ends or outside the ends?
When you say ends, you mean like the borough?
Kilburn.
Nah, outside the ends. Do you know what I'm saying? So it was like, yo, what we doing? Do you get what I'm saying? So from that situation, I kind of lost myself. I was just moving mad. I was
lost your kind of like passion for the music.
For music and everything. Like I was just on beast mode, like warlord mode.
How old was he when he died?
I was 20. He was 20. I was 21, going 22. Do you know what I'm saying?
Younger bro, 1 year younger than you.
Yeah. So.
Did they ever catch you on it?
Bro, his case is unsolved until today, bro. Unsolved. Bro, to be honest with you, yeah, Feds didn't really like my brother anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? Furthermore, they didn't really like us. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we never really had problems on the streets. We never had issue on the roads like that. And when we did have issue on the roads, yeah, it wasn't that major to a point for you to die.
Down, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was always more like, it was physical with certain people, but the real beef we had was with the meat wagon, the police, because they couldn't just come into the area like that. Like, they will come in numbers. We used to mash up police officers, regularly. I used to mash them up regularly.
And I think also where you were kind of so focused on trying to make paper, people who are usually focused on making paper ain't trying to make beef.
Yeah, but
what I mean?
You know, it was, yeah, you had people from the outside that they wanted to be a part of. They wanted to be a part of the movement. They wanted to be a part, but you know, with us, it was more like, it's best to just keep it in-house. Just keep it with what you've got in it. But then one of our brethren decided to take it outside the house. Once you take it outside the house, a situation occur with him, yeah.
And A leads to B and...
Stupid on a dumb thing.
Just how it goes, isn't it?
Do you know what I mean? But imagine, it's got nothing to do, whatever it's got nothing to do with nobody. It's got nothing to do with anyone.
His thing.
Yeah, it's like, it's got nothing to do with no one. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we're here. And then it was like, yeah, that situation, and it was always an ongoing situation, and then...
How did you hear about it when it first happened?
I was on the phone to him, like, I was on the phone to him, bro. I was on the phone to him. See, I could never ever speak about that.
It's peak. So obviously once that's happened now, your mind's just on a different zone now.
Yeah, bro, like I just lost myself, bro. I was really, really like in a dark place. Do you know what I mean? Like, that was it.
Anyone could get in.
Yeah, bro. I'm not smiling. I'm not talking to no one. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not really. I was moving so crazy, yeah? So crazy. My brethren had to tell me to. They had to tell me to leave, like. And I couldn't leave. I was always there. Like, I'm 24. I'm out there. 24. And this time, my whole block is getting picked up. The whole block's got picked up. And I'm just there. And it's still there, like, with a couple of the couples that I had. Do you know what I'm saying? And I was forced, my brethren actually, they forced, like, got me on a plane. Right. Wake up.
But your mind's not even in it.
It's not. Do you know what was good? Going on the holiday. And going on the holiday, just seeing different things. And how people are living their life and how people are enjoying life. Because when I was on holiday, nothing mattered. I'm not watching over my shoulder. Like, I'm free. But when I come back to a grey black cloud. Like, you come back from holiday.
That's exactly how it feels.
Yeah, you come back from holiday. Instead of you coming back from holiday resting, black gaze back on. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? What? We just come back and you're outside. What are you doing? Yeah, bro. Like,
it's a different pain you're going through.
Yeah, bro. Like, I'm saying, that's just we just gone somewhere for a week or 2 weeks, bro. That's not changing anything.
So that's an 07 now, and that's it now. You're just outside.
Yeah, I'm outside 07.
Two feet deep in it.
Yeah. Every day. Madness. Do you know what I'm saying? And then, because I had so much rage, I was like, yo, we need to get back to the studio. Do you know what I'm saying? And create Kilburn Time Volume 2. So, Volume 1. And then we did that. And I wanted to just base it on what was happening in the ends.
Okay.
And I based that one there. And we released that in 2009. Do you know what I mean? So imagine 2009, that, and then I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm feeling the groove a little bit of getting back into the studio and doing some stuff. I was working on my mixtape, Rock and Roller. Like, that was meant to come out in 2011. Yeah, because I was working on it from 2010. Yeah, it was meant to come out in 2011. But then in 2010, I got nicked for an M, and I was on bail for a year. Then they've come back in 2011 and re-nicked me and threw me in jail. Now I'm in jail now for a year.
Where'd you go, Pentonville, Belmarsh?
I was in Scrubs. From Scrubs, I went straight to Belmarsh.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
How long did you spend on remand?
A year.
How did you find that? Because you've never been in jail before that.
Nah.
How did you find that, especially going to places like
To be honest with you, yeah, I didn't really, do you know what?
But you're so deep in it now.
Now, do you know what? I didn't really care about the jail part. What I cared about more was, imagine it wasn't even, I'm not even thinking about my mum and them lot. I'm thinking more like, I've just left my missus out there alone by herself. Do you get what I'm saying? But it was more like, oh, okay, do you know what? It is what it is. Do you know what I mean? But I wasn't feeling jail. I'm never gonna lie to you, I wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, enough.
You know what I mean? I'm like, bro, what is this place, bro?
But how was Belmarsh back then?
Oh my God, it was worse. You couldn't use
it. Kicking off.
Yeah, man, it was worse. Like, yo, like,
like were getting slapped over in there, man.
Come on, man.
That was probably one of the worst jails at that time, you know.
I'm telling you. So, yeah, so boom, I'm in there now. When I'm in there, I find out that the mother of my children she's pregnant. Yo, bro, like, I'm feeling even distraught now. I'm like, bro, I'm here. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I've always been a person where, yeah, I'm with you all the way. I'm hands on with you.
First kid.
Yeah, this is my first kid. Like, I'm like, I've always been. I'm the type of person like see like my little sister. Like, I raised my little sister. You know what I mean? Like, I'll wake up in the middle of the night when she will cry and go make her milk bottle, give her a milk bottle, take my sister to school. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, then my little brother, same thing. I raised him. Do you know what I mean? Wake up in the middle of the night. Do you know what I'm saying? Give him his milk bottle. take him to school,
'Cause you were the
pick him up.
oldest, innit?
Yeah, so you know what I mean? And you got to take care of, you know what I'm saying? So when I'm finding out the mother of my children she's pregnant, I can't even help her or be there for her the way I want to be there for her. Do you know what I'm saying? And you're in there, and then you find out that she's in labor, she has the baby, you're still in there.
That's extra, yeah.
You're still in there. So like, bro, I just missed the whole pregnancy, brother. And you know, them times I'm trying to get bell hard. And to a point, my solicitor was like, yo, forget the bell. And I'm like, bro, I can't forget the bell. I need to step out because I you know what I mean? And then,
man.
Yeah, and then it was more like, forget the bell. You know what I mean? Just forget it.
You know, one thing when I was in prison, you know, I used to see kids coming to visit the dads and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was completely against having kids on. Well, while I was on road,
Yeah.
I was like, no way, because I know I'm gonna go jail.
Jail,
it's part of the game,
No, this is not. Do you know what's so crazy? Yeah. Imagine now I'm in there. This is where I become very religious. You know what I'm saying? Like I asked for a Bible. When I got in there, I asked for a Bible. Do you know what I mean? And I was praying and everything, reading the Bible every day. I'm reading the Bible. Yeah. Like I started like really praying in there. When I found out that she was pregnant, like I'm starting to pray, talking to God, you know what I'm saying? Like pleading with him and everything and all that. I started fasting, all of that. I was doing all of that, you know? And yeah. It was more like I had like a very good spiritual encounter in there. It was mad, it was crazy.
Maybe you needed that time to sit down.
It was, and it was mad. It's like I just got paid a visit. It's like I didn't understand what this was. Like I got paid a visit, and I was like, yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? Yeah, when I come out, this is what I'm gonna do. Like I'm talking to God and I'm making my plea with him and I'm letting him know like this, like I promise you, I'm not gonna let you down this time, right? Like,
you want a way out.
Yeah, like I'm gonna do things the right way. Because like, you know, when everything that's happened, I kind of disown God. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm always going through, I'm losing somebody. You know what I mean? Things is happening all the time. But with this one here, like I sat down and it's like we had a heart to heart. It's like I was literally having a heart to heart with God in my cell. It's like we had a conversation. And whatever warmth feeling that I was feeling, do you know what I'm saying? It was weird. You know what I mean? It was like, yeah, you know what? Once I bust my case...
You promise I'm going to sort my life out if I get
out. Yeah. Once I bust my case, boom, I come out. And I was happy I was home. Then they hit me with immigration, like the second day. Mad.
Well, when it rains, it pours, isn't it?
You know what I'm saying? You're like, I thought the storm was over. Yeah. I'm like, yo, God, I thought the storm was over, God.
Yeah.
And he was like, nah, trust me, don't worry about that, man. You still go through a couple of obstacles.
But you know what's deep, though? Like, you see, when you're in that situation, you knew only God could help you.
Yeah.
No one else could help you.
No one can help you. It's only God.
I was watching this. It's a similar point. Just want to make it quick. I was watching a video, a little clip of, our dad's a rapper.
Yeah. He
caught a case recently, I think. Allegedly, they found some DNA or something on a strap or whatever. This was about 4 or 5 months ago. He ended up in prison, basically, he said. Put that to one side, but he said when he was in there, because, as Muslims, music's haram for us, yeah?
Yeah.
He said, I think he said to God, like, yo, God, give me a way out of here. Like, because now he's doing the jewelry thing and he's trying to, he's on the, So he's phoned up everyone. He said, yo, take my videos down. He phoned everyone. He said, take my videos down. Take them down. Guess what? 7 weeks later, bam, let him out. Bust case.
Shit, boy.
But God, listen, now we believe in it. Like, you make that promise to
Promise God, and he will deliver.
Yo, he will deliver.
He will 100%.
If you're sincere.
Yeah. Very sincere. And if you're speaking to, because remember, I always say it, in my prayer, I always say, like, you know me better than I know myself. You know my heart. You know what I mean? In my prayer, I always say, you know my heart. You know what I mean?
So you know what? I found that when he said that, I found that deep. Like, brother, you see that? enough men, they will forget God once they're out.
Yeah.
And so he never put the videos back up. Because, there's in our religion, there's like a story about, people when they're on the boat, on the sea. The sea starts, like turbulence. Or, people say, oh, God, just get us to the other side safely and we're going to get righteous.
Yeah.
Because they're scared to die now, innit?
Yeah.
But as soon as they get on the other side, they're back to their old ways.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
They never said
yeah.
that upon sincerity.
Yeah.
So I know a brother, he's caught some cases. He's not even looking at nothing mad, he's looking at 10 years. He's looking at 10 years. He's in pen, I'm in pen. So we've got mobile phones.
Yeah.
So he's getting alopecia in his head. And was there and all them stuff there.
He's stressing himself.
Out.
So he's giving himself sickness for
Yeah,
no
so
reason.
I'm doing
now.
a bird anyway. So I'm like, yo, just chill, man. You're good. You know, was there gonna get a 6, do a 3. I'm just looking at it like standard, yeah.
He don't want to do nothing.
He's like, well, I don't do a month. But anyway, he says, bro, it's all about my family, my kids. So anyway, alhamdulillah, he busts the case. So obviously I've heard his bust case.
Yeah.
So I've called him, like, you know, for a while gone. He went to answering machine. Remember them times you could put like a rhythm on your...
Yeah.
Brother, he's put the most gangster rhythm on his voicemail, yeah? I said, brother, just the other day, I said, yo, you're not real, man.
Yeah, man.
You're not real,
You lost
man.
yourself.
I said, brother,
You lost yourself.
Brother, the most gangster voicemail ever. And it was there. I said, brother, you ain't keeping it sincere to yourself.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you see what
yeah.
you've done there. So when you come out, it's not easy, innit?
Nah,
Because
it's
the
not.
temptations are still there.
100%.
So what's happened now? Boom, they hit you with immigration.
They hit me with immigration.
Another headache now.
Yeah, that's another headache. So I'm dealing with that. So remember now, yeah, I can't even go to the roadside if I wanted to. Do you know what I'm saying? I can't even go to the roadside. Yeah. So that's what I said before. Give a big shout out to the mother of my children because she held me down when
Big up.
things was getting like, 1 year, yeah, you know what I mean? I'm good. 2 years, I'm good. 3 years, I'm good. 4 years, okay, but we're starting to feel it. 5 years, we're feeling it. 6 years, oh my God.
And you can't make no money.
You can't make no money. Oh
can't get
my
a
God.
job.
Now you got to figure out how to get the money to pay the solicitor because every year you're going into court. It's always a back and forth. And you ain't got legal aid. So I'm paying for all of this coming from my pocket. And at the same time,
And you're not allowed to work by law.
yeah, and at the same time, I still got to take care of my child and the mother of my children at the time when she was my partner. You know what I'm saying? Yeah? All of that. So I'm doing all of that, yeah, bro, yeah? Bruv, do you know, like, yeah, bruv, I just lost myself all over. All over. There was no...
Stressed.
Yeah, there's no more motivation. There's no more going on. It's like, man, I was out. I quit. I was like, yeah, man, I'm ready, man. Whatever they want to do, let them, man. But when you feel like, yeah, God is not listening, because throughout this time, I'm praying still, I'm fasting still. So it's not like it was a jail thing anymore for me. It was like, I made what I made, like my plea with God and my promise with God. So we're going down this line and we're gonna seek through it. Do you know what I'm saying? Regardless. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not doing this by myself. Like I've got God with me doing it with me, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, boom. Out of nowhere, I end up having a meeting at the Granville. So they were doing this thing, they were talking. I'm like, do you know the crazy thing is? We ain't got no youth club. We need a youth club. So they say, yeah, okay, yeah. Then I say, this is the problem though. You don't just no. Like, man need a youth club. Sort that out for Friday. I just got up and I bopped out and I left everybody in there. Friday came, I bopped back in there. I said, yo, it's Justice. I came in for the youth club. The man goes, oh my God, I was looking. Oh, I've been looking for you. I said, yeah, where's the youth club? But I've gone there on a gangster tip, like, yeah, but where's the youth club? I'm not here for you to try and speech to me or chirps me like I'm some gal. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So where's the youth club? He goes, yeah, we was trying to plan. I said, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to come back here Friday. Make sure the youth club is here. I bopped that. He goes, oh, hold on. How am I supposed to do that if you don't tell me what you need in the youth club? Get PlayStation, Xbox, table tennis, pool, get all of that, TV screen, whatever.
Yeah.
You get that and a couple of snacks. You know what I'm saying? But I'll see you next week. Friday come. Youth club was there. Hey, man, tell all the you them to come through, man. We've got a youth club now. He approaches me. He says to me, yo, I want to give you a job on this. I said, yeah? Yeah. So, I'm going to pay you. How much we talking? Boom, boom, boom. Broke down the price. I said,
It's cool.
this is good. I had nothing. You're giving me something.
Nah, bro, I rate that.
You get what I'm saying?
You could have gone back to the road, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Easy.
100%.
Nothing stopping you.
I said, yo, I had nothing, but could have given me something. So that's doing his thing now. Do you get what I'm saying? That's start doing his thing. You know what I mean? And from there, I just stayed focused. I stayed focused, just doing what I'm like figuring things out, doing things and putting money in my pocket in bare different kind of way, because I just didn't want it to be. I can go to the road right now. It's that easy. Do you know what I'm saying? I like to give myself challenges to figure things out, to go and get it in different ways. You know what I mean? There's many ways. A invited me to his podcast, went on there, and I saw the way it was. We spoke about doing podcasting and everything. And I was in it. I was like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Our generation, that's how we think.
Yeah.
The camera, bro.
I don't know.
The camera's a problem.
For long, he was making me, every time we were rapping, he would always like, yo, you'll be good at it, bro. You'll be good. I'll be like, yeah. Then I would hit him up and say, yo, how much does all them equipment cost? You know what I'm saying? He goes, yeah, boom. He goes, you know what? I will hook you up. I will just put you on, like, you know, like how we spoke, like we were saying, like how A will just put you through. You know what I mean? Put you through, like he always.
Big ups earlier, you know.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro.
Come on, man. Like,
So,
two real ones, innit?
come on, bro. So, boom. Out of nowhere, my brethren Ricks does a documentary in the estate, talking crazy. He said, yo, I did this shooting over here. Rah, rah, rah. They always Hey, I'm telling you. So I'm saying to myself,
Seem like a good brother.
yeah,
man.
he's
Seem like he got a
proper.
lot of love for you, though.
Yo, trust me, man. I got a lot of love for
I
him
see
as
some
well,
of your
man.
clips and stuff like that.
Yeah, nah, got so much.
You
Crazy.
can't argue like that if you're close with someone. You know?
Come on, man.
You can't argue with a stranger like that.
Do you remember what I said? Do you remember what I said? Yeah, bro, we're not friends.
Yeah.
We're brothers.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's my little brother.
And you argue, bro.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes with your little brother, because I've got a little brother that.
Is he younger than you, yeah, Ricks?
Yeah, Ricks is younger than me.
Okay.
Like, he's
Big up
what?
Ricks.
Ricks is like what? 37 or he's going to be 38 now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Yeah, no, I think Ricks is 38 now. Yeah, he's 38 now. Yeah, but anyway.
2-3 years difference, yeah.
So, but anyway, he likes to stand up to man. And because he's a little rude boy, he wants to show that later, boom, boom. But I'm always mashing him up. I say, yo, allow your rude boy thing with me. I'm always beating him up. You won't see him 2 or 3 days sometime come out because I mashed him up that badly. You know what I mean? But yeah. So he did the documentary. When he did the documentary, I must have went on Snapchat and said, yo, Ricks, what are you telling lies for? When did that happen? You know what I'm saying? When did you slap me in my face? Yeah, rare. And I said, yo, Mac, you're the one that was basically filming him and co-signing it, yeah? so I threw them out there. I'm like, yeah, this is what you lot are doing, yeah? Co-signing things. So when he hit me, I straight away goes, whoa. I wasn't involved. I said, so why is your production name on it then? You get what I'm saying? He goes, nah. You know what? We got to straighten this out. We need to sit down. I was like, we're not going to talk about that on, you know what I'm saying? We can just do that. And he goes, bro, I'm a victim in this. You get what I'm saying? Because my name is on something. I didn't co-sign. Yeah. So we need, and you just put that out there, and everybody's hitting me up, and the world knows that, this has got something to do with me, and Justo doesn't approve of this. So boom, I said, all right, cool, we'll have a sit down. Once we did that sit down, boom, that's how the podcast came along. And because I remember Woody was like, why are we calling this? And we did it on Sunday, you know. This is how bad it is. We did it on Sunday. I said, yeah, drop it tomorrow, like, just release it tomorrow. And that was the Monday. Yeah, and then he said, what are we calling it? I said, call it a session. Call it a session, because we're having a session. Yeah? Boom, he put it out. When he put it out, I think the feedback he got from it, yo, when is the next one? When is the next one? Rare. So he's hit me up and telling me, yo, they want more. I speak to AA, was like, yo, that was a good one. Like, you know what I'm saying? I told you should be doing it. I said, I don't know. But this time Woody said, yo, we need to rare. I thought, flipping now. All right, cool, no problem. But I'll speak to my boy Sticks. He goes, you know, when you do this, yeah, you're going to show them a side of you, yeah?
They ain't seen.
Because
they've seen the rap side, isn't it?
Nah, they seen the bad side.
Exactly, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All they know about is the fear. like you can't. He's not a nice person. You can't talk to him. He's this. So people they painted me as a demon. I'm a demon. I remember I spoke to a youth on Instagram. He goes, bro, you know when you used to do the block party, I wanted to come, you know. I really wanted to come, but people say, yo, Justo's there. Because you don't want Justo coming up to you and tapping you and taking your stuff, and next thing you know, you've been robbed.
Like a menace, isn't it?
Yeah, like you're just that menace that people feared. But I don't think people understood. It wasn't being that menace, it wasn't towards you lot. It was to those that wanted to behave in that kind of way.
Selective, isn't
Yeah.
it? To people in that life.
Yeah, like it wasn't towards. So my bedroom was like, Sticks was like, you know, if you're doing this, you're gonna have to be vulnerable with how you're gonna let them into a world that of you that they don't know of you, like how we know of you.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, maybe it's a good thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I already done my interview with where people was already they was fucking with my interview.
that was your
one
first
day.
interview?
Yeah, that was my first interview.
Took me long enough to convince him.
Yeah.
He could convince enough man.
You know, but it took him long to convince me still. Yeah, because he was doing, he said, yeah, man, you should come up. I said, yeah, no, I'll pull up, man, I'll pull up. But I'm long in out, like, he said, oh, you should sit down with me. I was like, yeah, man, one day, so we can do it. We'll do it soon.
One day.
Yeah, he was like, one day, yeah, one day. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, man, one day. But we finally done it. And when we done it, it was like, yo, this is good. Do you know what I mean? I was
A bit like therapy, isn't it?
yeah, it's therapy. I was like, right, this is good. Still wasn't bad. Do you know what I mean? And then after that, yeah, once we did the session, yeah, I'll get, sometimes when me and him will speak on the phone, be like, yo, I told you was good at this. I told you was good. To me, it's not even being good at it. For me, it's just conversation that
Seem
you
to enjoy it. Innit?
yeah, or like you know when you're on the block and you're outside every day, and you know you're outside and it's chapping and you're with your mandem, you're all not just sitting there quiet. We're talking, we're having debate. What did you not see? What are you talking about? My man was moving mad. Yo, that's what happened to you the other day. And when you was like, rah, when your boss said, yo, nah, remember my man when he jumped out, his patches dropped. He go, oh my god, yo, we're laughing, we're busting jokes. So that's what the session was. You know what I'm saying? It was that.
100%.
You know?
I see. I think the first episode. I
Yeah.
think I got big views in that one.
Yeah.
That's what I saw, yeah.
Yeah, that's on 100Ks.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
saw that one, I think.
So that's how we created the session. The session, the idea of it was more like, you know how Drink Champ is? So the session is more like Drink Champ, yeah, with the drink, yeah, but we're speaking certain things. Do you know what I mean? We didn't want to. Rix is the only person that always wanted to go deep onto the road. Like, I don't really like to speak.
Man.
I don't really like to speak about deep things on the road because I don't glorify those things.
Exactly,
You know what I'm saying? I don't glorify what man did. Yeah, it was dark, but I don't like to talk about it. Do you know? Like I say to you, everything to me is like, yeah, it's like going through what I go through is trauma. Doing what I did, trauma.
Trauma, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Acting how I was acting, all trauma and anger and pain. You know what I'm saying? So I don't never sit down and glorify what I did to rare. That's not my thing, bro. Like,
I don't rate that, man. You know,
Yeah,
trying to
like,
put people, yeah, I don't rate that.
I don't do things for the name calling. Please don't call my name. I don't even want it. I don't want this shit. I don't want that. I don't want none of the street fame crap. It doesn't. It's not elevating me. It's not making. It's not who I am.
Exactly. You see, like for me, for the podcasting, like, you know, one of the first people I was exposed to, you know, Joe Rogan. One of the first people.
Yeah.
And you're just watching him sitting on the table and he's talking about whatever.
Yeah.
He talks about crocodiles, snakes.
He talks about everything in the world.
But bro, you know what? I was like, yo, this is, you know, gentleman talking, innit?
Yeah.
Bro, you know, one thing, look, I don't agree with everything Rogan says. That's the first thing. But I respect the fact that, bro, he does it just casually talking. He's not, you know what I mean? He's not trying to do madness. You know what I mean? He's natural. And I like that. I like the fact that it's like a very gentleman sort of thing, conversation and whatnot. Yeah, bare time I watched it. There's stuff I don't agree on.
Yeah.
But, you know, I respect the way he's kind of like done it, you know?
Yeah.
And it was like, yo, this is kind of hard still.
Yeah.
So then what happened when my brother goes, oh, bro, let's do a test trial run.
Yeah. And see what I
We
got.
won't air it. It was there. Because he's hitting me up. You know, like, he's hitting you up.
Yeah.
My brother's hitting me up. You know, he's the one I've done a few shows with.
Yeah.
He's hitting me up. So it was literally sat there, had a conversation, bro.
Mm.
And I was like, bro, that's kind of deep still.
Deep, you know,
There's
yeah.
things like I say you don't express in it. You start what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, this is kind of hard, man. So I remember the first interview I done was with a guy called Barry Thompson. Yeah, he was from my neighborhood. So Barry Thompson, big him up still. Yeah. He was someone who was he was our weed dealer when we were kids. So he used to shot us weed.
Yeah.
And then as the years went by, we got into the other game.
Yeah.
I became his supplier. So I had a very close relationship
Just with him, yeah.
So this is hard stuff now. It's not the weed no more.
Yeah.
So I've gone to prison. He owed me, when I went to prison, he owed me dough for 4.5. I'm like 18 or whatever. But I said, hold it. When I come out, boom. But by the time I've come out of prison, brother, he's got addicted, isn't it?
Damn.
But when I say addicted, I mean
Addicted.
deep. You know, they're like every crack, every
man.
tick, yeah? He doesn't even look like the same person, bro. He owed me $3,000, innit? So my brethren one day saw him. So I rolled up. He's not seen me, but I've seen him.
Yeah.
But he's my brethren, bro.
Yeah.
As a kid, I looked up to him because he's like 4 or 5 years older than me.
Yeah.
I said, bro, forget that $3,000. That's my brethren, and I don't care about the $3,000, but I'm sad to see him like that.
Yeah.
You know what he's like, Justo.
Yeah, come on, man.
There's nothing I could do for him, bro. When you're in that life, bro, there's nothing I could do.
Yeah, man.
And he spiraled and spiraled and spiraled. And it got to that point, man said he's never coming back from this. Everyone, he's gone too deep.
He's gone too deep, man. He's in.
So, some reason, somehow, bro, because you know, not a lot of people come back from there. You know?
Yeah, they don't.
It's like a 5% something or something, 10%. Bro, he turned his whole life around. And he's hit me up. So, yo, boom, brother, so boom. I've linked him, done a podcast with him. And you know, that was my first ever podcast where I interviewed someone.
Yeah.
And see that connection of like, because I know him, his life, his family, he knows me, everything, innit?
Yeah.
Bro, I found it deep, you know.
Come on, man.
You know, someone like having that conversation, because there's things I said to him that, because he owed me $3, innit?
Yeah.
So man's like, yo, bro, he owes you $3. I said, bro, I don't care about the $3.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
I was heartbroken watching him like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So that's when I realized, yo, there's some benefit to this, you know. Like there's some people watching this. You see, that if you go into that podcast, my first ever podcast, if you read the comments in that, it's deep because you have a lot of drug addicts that were in the same boat commenting, and people are going through their tests and trials, bro.
I'm telling you, bro, man. That's why I always look at things as like, you know what, I don't embrace these kind of, you know what I mean, things, because the more when I used to read the Bible, and I used to always say, like, I just said this on a podcast as well, just the other day, and I was like, yo, I've noticed a lot of bad guys were disciples. Like, God chose these people. Like, these guys they kept up madness, and God made them become the chosen one. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think it's because, like I say, even in my prayer, God knows everybody's heart. He knows everyone's heart. Do you know what I'm saying? And he knows who, like, he knows. I feel like, you know what? I feel like if I was still in the game, and if I was doing music and I ended up blowing up in music, I think I'll have a different attitude. And I think, like, God making me go through what I needed to go through is always to reassure me who I am and where I came from and what I've gone through. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, now sometimes people might say to me, were you looking to take this podcast? What do you, like, you trying to bust from it? Nah, I'm just enjoying it. I like it. Yeah. It gives me something to do.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It gives me something to do, and I'm enjoying it. I love it.
It's better than what you were doing.
You know what I mean?
Imagine this. You want to hear something funny? So when I started podcasting, one bro hit me up. He's telling me, "Oh, bro, like, you sure you want to do this podcasting thing?" Like, you know, like kind of like a bit of a negative tone.
Yeah.
I said, "Bro, you're a crack dealer." What the flip? What you feeling like, bro? You dumb or something? It was there. Bro, you're shotting youths crack. It was there, and you're telling me, bro, I don't know about this podcast. I said, bro, you're mental, bro. But that's the mind state, you know. But you know what it is, bro. You see with me, I look at things like this, innit? You see, no doubt, you see the environment we grew up in. It corrupts you, innit? Yeah,
100%.
It corrupts you. Like around the age of 16 years old, like the first thing I ever brought I got 10 grams that I didn't pay for, but the first thing I ever brought physically was an eighth. Went from an eighth to a quarter to a quarter to a half ounce to an ounce. Within about 4 or 5 months, I was on a brick. I was 16 years old.
Come on.
My friend said the other day to me, he goes, bro, that corrupted you. That corrupted your mind state.
Because you wanted, yeah.
But what I'm saying, it corrupts your idea of money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when now someone's telling you go get a job or start a business, you're like, bro, that's like, bro, you're not even feeling it no more because you've seen that. So, but what I believe now is this, yeah. Inshallah, like God has wisdom in it. We don't have the wisdom. Selling drugs, bro, let's be honest, is poison.
100%.
Let's just be fair.
There's nothing great about it, though.
But you're selling people poison. It's a slow poison, but it's a poison. A 16-year-old going in front of God, a 20-year-old going in front of God, raised in this sort of culture and whatever, you might have an excuse in front of God. I didn't know. I was, brainwashed or whatever.
Yeah.
Bro, what excuse have you got in front of God selling people yay and budge and crack at 30, 40, 50 years old? Bro, you're responsible now, bro.
Yeah,
you're responsible then, but you're definitely responsible now because
you've got so much self-awareness now.
Bro, if a bro sold your daughter, my daughter, yay.
Yeah, man.
Come on. Bro,
Yeah,
that's
I saw that one day.
Brother, it's done, innit? It's done. We don't say something mad's going to happen. So you know it's wrong, bro. So like I said, with them older bros, I always tell them, I say, bro, you don't want to die like that, It was there. So with me, what happened was when I've come to that realization, yo, brother, you know what you're doing now.
Yeah.
I had an excuse when I was 16, 17.
Yeah.
I didn't really know.
Yeah.
I know.
Come on.
This is poison, bro. You're seeing the effects of what you're doing to the community. So I walked away from that at 26. Just know what I mean. I know bros from all over the country that continued. And some of them made real money and was there. But when I look back now, say from every 100 man, 15 have got mental health problems. Another 50 are still stuck trying to make it.
Yeah.
You understand? Because, bro, if you're a drug dealer at 45, you never made it, bro.
Yeah, bro.
This
is what I'm saying, because it's like
bro, it's toxic.
I think, like being on the road, there's you're hitting a brick wall, bro.
Yeah, sooner or later, it's a matter of time.
Yeah, man. The road is just hitting a brick wall. Because think about it. You're doing the same thing that you've been doing for God knows how many years you've been doing it.
Trying to get the different result.
Yeah, but you're still not getting the same result that you're supposed to get the result you're supposed to. Which, you know what I mean? Where I come from, we would have probably got the results, but the only problem is, this is a PlayStation game,
I know.
Because you know why? You get nicked, you lose the whole money, you go back to the beginning of the game, and then you gotta do it all over again. How much time you looking to play this PlayStation game? At some point, you want to leave the PlayStation behind and get back to the real world.
100%, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
But you know what it is? It's like I said, man, I believe like if you have the same mentality you have at 40 that you had at 20, something's wrong.
Yeah.
You can't have the same mentality.
There's no growth.
So, I mean, there's no growth. And you know another thing I don't like, I want to touch on this because I find it important. I respect people. I respect people, who wake up in the morning at 6 o'clock in the morning, go work, do an 8-10 hour shift, and they do that. Bro, I respect. Bro, you know how difficult that is?
That is very difficult.
I respect them, but you know what I don't like, bro? These so-called business gurus online.
Yeah.
They're putting them people down.
Yeah. Do you want to be this broke guy that waking up in the morning, your job, bro?
But Justo, you're only doing that to make them buy your course, innit? Because the reality is everyone can't be an entrepreneur. Because then who's going to do the jobs and who's there?
Do you want to get off your back? Huh? Because I want you to be like you. If you do this, brother, I'm not your thing. Or trading.
You stand, bro, you know what it is? It's like, bro, you're putting man down. That's what I don't like, innit? Because, bro, we've seen our pops and that work their whole lives.
Yeah. And they struggled.
They struggled, bro. But you got to respect the hustle, innit?
You got to remember, there's always going to come a generation are going to do more than the generation behind you. You know what I'm saying? Like, our pop worked hard. We're creating businesses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The next generation going to come up. They're going to run the businesses. Do you get what I'm saying?
Did you see what Khabib said about that?
No, I didn't see
the
that.
UFC guy. So what he said was he got gifted an award on some event, and he said nowadays people, these like guys online, they become successful. 100, 200, 300 million, and they'd be like, yeah, I did it all. It was me, this and that.
They
I worked
forget.
so hard.
Yeah.
You know what he said? He said, you could work as hard as you want. If God don't want it to happen, it's not going to happen. Just what I mean?
Facts.
There's many bres out there work much harder than you.
Mm-hmm.
But you see the bres that put man down,
Mm-hmm.
I don't respect that, bro. I'll be real with you.
I respect you on that one.
Yeah, I don't rate that.
Yeah,
bro.
I agree still.
You know, I'll be real with you. I think it's just a manipulation.
And yeah.
Try and make man feel down.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, you're basically like a drug dealer trying to sell man something.
Yeah.
Just out
And
me.
you're trying to boost your ego at the same time.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? When you're doing those kind
At
of
the
things.
end of the day, bro, it's all down to God, bro. You see me, like, see the people I kind of like admire now.
Yeah.
Say in the last like 100 years. I'm not talking about before that. In the last 100 years, you know who they are? The people I admire. Malcolm X.
Oh man, that's my number one as
Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali,
well. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and I will say Khabib, yeah? But everything with these three guys, there's no flossing really there.
No.
Even Muhammad Ali had money. You never saw him flossing
Yeah, you never
out.
saw him.
You know what I mean?
No.
Bro, and their names are remembered way after they died. Look at Malcolm X.
Yeah, you'll still call them up. Their name is forever going to be remembered. From generation to generation.
Because they stood on something, innit?
Yeah.
Just what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro, there's bres who are billionaires, we don't know who they are.
Yeah, for real.
But look at Malcolm X, bro. He died how long ago? 50 years, I think, or something.
Yeah,
It's been.
yeah.
Bro, his name's still, they're still making programs about the guy and everything.
yeah,
Just know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Because, bro, you know what? Is God honoured him, innit? Just know what I mean? And whatever. And that's like, I respect that. And that's who I look, in the last 100 years, that's kind of, it's like celebrity sort of angle.
Yeah.
That's who I kind of look at. You know, like, yo, these men were proper. So, like, you know, someone like Khabib, you know who else I like? You know, Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
I like the way he carries himself.
Me too, man. I like the way
Bro,
he carries
you see the
himself.
interview
Man.
with Shannon Sharp the other day.
Yeah,
Did you watch it?
yeah, I watched it. Yeah.
He's like, bro, I've got a truck. I'm good in it. Like,
Yeah, I'm nice. I don't need to be flossy. I don't need to be.
cars.
I don't need to be wearing the heavy chain.
Guy's
man.
worth like 25, 30 million. He's worth.
Do you know what's so crazy? Yeah, you know what's so crazy? Yeah, have you not noticed? Yeah, you see a lot of these people that like the Eddie Hearns and the man there. Yeah, you never see them wearing like some crazy chain around the neck.
Simple, nice watch.
Yeah,
Just a clean gentleman's watch.
yeah,
100%.
That's mad, you know. You never see them wearing some
100%.
crazy bust down Rolex or AP. Like
Never,
you
yeah.
never see them moving like that. Yeah, and you know that it just goes to show the mentality,
Yeah,
the,
100%. Yeah.
the level of mentality.
But it's not that, just, you know what? My brother said this to me. One of my mates from Hackney, big him up, Carl. He said to me that he goes that, you know, like, you know, coming from the environments, like backgrounds we come from, you know, colonialism and stuff like that, you know, not having or whatever. So when you get money, it's like a celebration, like a birthday.
I
You're
hear
there.
that. I hear that.
So you overdo it all the time.
all
You
the
know what I mean?
time.
And bro, 100% is true.
Do you know what's so crazy for me? Yeah, I would have thought somebody like Mayweather would have slowed down a little bit because you know why,
I can't rate that.
bro. You've been Money Mayweather. What more do you? Why do you need to keep flossing?
Why?
You are Money Mayweather.
you understand-
that title could never be taken away from you.
There's a level of insecurity behind him.
Yeah,
you know?
100%.
Anyone who behaves like that, but then when you come to Hatton Garden, you get run out. Just that, I mean.
For real.
Did you ever see Muhammad Ali get run out anywhere?
Nah.
Ever see Mike Tyson get run out anywhere?
Nah.
I remember Mike Tyson, I think it was 93, I think he was fighting Bruno. I can't remember or he was fighting Julian Francis. But a man walked through Brixton. The whole crowd is around him. He's got like some mad 200,000-300,000 pound kettle on. Brother, he's just walking through and was there because why the people love him, innit? And was there. He's one of the man them.
Yeah.
Maybe but
Mayweather's supposed to be man them
It
though.
could have been like that, but the ego and the.
bro, you know,
Yeah.
but see with Mayweather, bro, you didn't even get run out of a hood. You got run out of a Hattons.
Hattons, you
Just
know.
I'll
For
be
real,
like,
for
come
real.
on, bro. Who gets run out of Hattons?
The hood didn't run you out. Uptown ran you out.
Yeah, you just know what I mean. So it's mental. Like you see, like even like me now, but like I'm a civilian, bro. I'm not on the road. I don't get money on the road or whatever. So like, bro, I go anywhere to eat. I'm in Acton. I'm in North London, whatever. If I want to go somewhere to eat, I want to go somewhere to eat.
Yes.
But you remember some people, bro, they can't go where they want to eat.
Do you know what's so crazy, yeah? Because of man's background and how man lived and everything, yeah, we attempt to not go places because you don't want to be in predicament or a situation.
Yeah.
But then I've come to realize in life, yeah, who am I living my life for? Am I living my life for myself, or am I hiding and living my life for these people to hide myself away from them? So basically what I do is I just go anywhere and everywhere. Do you get what I'm saying? And it doesn't even matter because at the end of the day, for me, it's more like, if it's meant to be, let it be. Do you get what I'm saying? If it's not, it's not. Do you get what I'm saying? So I just live my life how I'm supposed to live my life. Do you know what I mean? I thank God every single day, you know what I mean, to even giving me the opportunity to be able to move the way I move. Do you get what I'm saying? Not a lot of my friends can move the way I move. That's why a lot of people will turn around and when they look at me or the man will be like, right, you proper move like you're not scared, you think you're harder than everybody. No, I just move the way I'm supposed to move because I've already said to myself, this is how I'm going to move. If it's meant to be, then it is. This is how it was written.
Yeah, of course,
Do you get what I'm saying? And if it didn't happen, if none of these kind of situation has reached me, it's because God knows what's written for me. And I know that God is walking with me all the time and every day. And that's why I walk with a confidence. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So,
man. You know what? At the end of the day, you got to live your life, man.
100%, man.
You understand what I mean? But what's it called? Moving on. So like I said, man, you bust your immigration case.
Yeah.
You're good now.
Yeah.
Got that book back.
Nah. They're taking the piss. They're taking the piss, bro.
But they got to give it back, though.
They have to give it. They got to give it.
And see, like, even this podcast now, yeah? Bro, like, you see in this podcast now, like, we've been here like 2.5 hours, bro. We're recording, yeah? 2 hours, 20 minutes. But what I mean is, bro, you can't even go details about your life story now.
Nah,
Because,
bro, there's so much more.
You need weeks and months to get through everything.
Yeah, there's so much more. I've left out so much. Right now, I'm just, you know what I'm saying?
But what I mean is, bro, because the conversation's just organic.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? And like, that's when I have to do my little clips, innit? About the life, because you can't explain it on a podcast.
You can't.
There's not enough time. You're be sitting for 6 hours, just getting through the basics or whatever. But like I said, it's been. I said this at the start as well to you, bro. You see that trauma, you have managed to kind of like find positive out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'll be honest with you, like, bro, I know people much less on medication and like they're not normal, bro, because they've been taking certain substances for so long.
Yeah.
And it's nowhere on the level what you went through, bro.
Yeah, you know what? It's mad you say that because I don't take medication. You know, because sometimes when they say, you know, you're suffering
I
from
can tell you don't take medication.
Mental health, I feel like I just deal with it. Do you know what I mean? Why do I need to take medication to suppress something?
Well, medication will make you worse long term.
Yeah. So that's why I don't take medication.
I get it, but don't rely on it. Like this is.
I don't take medication on anything at all.
Nah.
Like if I got a mad headache, I'm not taking no.
You know what? I don't agree with medication as well.
You know, yeah.
Not that I don't agree with it, but it shouldn't be just the first step.
For you to go and do,
man.
Yeah.
You know, I was getting these migraines like years ago, about 10 years ago. So the doctor gave me like a painkiller. It was the maddest painkiller. I said it had a code. You know, codeine.
Yeah.
I said no way I'm taking that.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what, man? So what I done, I took my water intake from 2 liters a day to 4 liters a day.
Yeah.
Headaches went away.
Yeah, man.
Gone.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? But anyway, got a big fight coming up soon.
Yeah, man. Come on.
Well, let's get the hood's Eddie Hearn on.
Eddie Hearn! Eddie Hearn!
Hey, brother.
ASB in the building.
ASB's in the building. He passed through a bit late. He missed the introduction, but let's find a space for him on the table somewhere. The Eddie Hearn of the hood, man.
Yeah, man. I think it's time for Eddie Hearn to come on still.
Let's get you on the table. Before I continue today's podcast, guys, I want you guys to check out this company, Altitude. These guys do premium grade shilajit, very high quality. And one very important thing I noticed with this company is the shilajit is tested in the UK in a lab. So it's UK lab tested. They have a barcode on the back, which is very important to check and scan all the details and make sure everything's genuine. The packaging is high quality. I take the shilajit myself, and one little touch I really like that I haven't seen before, I like this. This is a metal kind of gold color spoon. It really looks really nice. Looks really nice quality to take your shilajit with every day. Guys, they're giving a 10% discount if you type in the code KICKUP. Capital letters, KICKUP on their website. Go check it out. All the links and the description box below. Check it out.